And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
We kind of need that. And Michael Leger is here, everyone. The Michael Leger. Digger Dog, Mr. Lurksalot, good to see you. Vera Ray, welcome back. Joe Smith, thanks for coming on in. And Boz Monster, welcome back, buddy. Been a while. Eddie Haskell, once again. There's Ghost Dragon and our buddy Enzo. And where are we? Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Chad Smith is here. The Chad Smith. Mark Coughlin, how are you, man? Coughlin, pardon me. How are you? Thanks for coming on in, and welcome to our channel. Brian Effin Bowden, right there, the man with 82 Christmas podcasts broadcasting exactly right now. Reverend Keith, amen to you. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I love you, my friend. You are a very spiritual guru of mine. Thank you. Gorgeous Jessica McCreary, welcome back. And we're going to run out of time. Goober Bear, we actually aren't going to run out of time. I'm just saying that. Double Tim, nice to see you. Bigfoot Anon, BBD Warrior, good to have you here. We are 10 seconds away from launching this Christmas edition of The Big Show. Obi Flett, thanks for coming on in. And Dry Toast, appreciate you. Here we go. From the mountains of central British Columbia to you listening around the world, Merry Christmas. This is Spaced Out Radio. I am your host, Dave Scott, sitting in the captain's chair of SOR headquarters. We welcome you to tonight's show on our terrestrial affiliates around North America, digitally on TalkStream Live, Revolution Radio, and KPNL. All of our archives are free. Go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Do me the favor, hit that subscribe button. You can follow us on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, Instagram at Spaced Out Radio Show, and now on TikTok at Spaced Out Radio. Our website is spacedoutradio.com. We have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out Bumblefoot, reading Shirky Poo's Newswire, and checking out our swag as well. Tonight's show is brought to you by Chive Charities. Help make the world 10% happier by visiting Chive Charities today. You can find them on our website. What a special night it is indeed, as it is Christmas Eve here on the west coast of Canada. If you're on the eastern part of the United States and Canada and around the world, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I am not a happy holidays kind of guy, not going to get into the whole debate, but that's just the way it is, and it's how I feel. And realistically, I am the guy behind the microphone, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas to all of you. I have no agenda for tonight. Tonight is going to be about you guys. We're going to share some stories from the year that was, and I want to hear from you guys tonight. Share some stories, maybe some Christmas tradition, as well as maybe your best hauntings, UFO sightings, Sasquatch sightings, weirdness of 2021. Now, make note of it. I never, ever do this. Ever. So it's up to you guys to make the show. Yeah. We could have taken the night off. We've decided not to because all of you are way more important than our personal time. And that's true. That's very true. All right? We actually know that there are a lot of you out there who listen to us because we are a part of your daily life. And we want to make sure that we are there for you during the holiday season. Why? Because we also know, and I've had people reach out to me over the years when we do this, and people have told me, look, Dave, holidays are a tough time for me. I don't have many family. I don't have many friends. and to be able to go on the air in the chat room to speak with people and hang out, it just makes me feel a little bit more loved. And that's why we do it. Ever since I was told that by a number of people, it has stuck with me, which makes it all the more reason that we need to be here. Now, I didn't finish roll call. Now, normally I'll type it in, but I'm not going to do that today. We'll read it out. Ivo7J, Merry Christmas to you. Justin Dobbs, Merry Christmas. Phil Minervino, thank you so much for the Super Chat. Really do appreciate that. Guys, the Super Chat is a wonderful way to support what we do on this show on a nightly basis, so thank you, Thomas, Dry Toast, and Phil so far. We'll be calling out Super Chats throughout the night, so thank you so much. And let's continue on with our roll call here, because everything's in slow motion. I might not even take commercial breaks tonight. I probably am not going to take. I mean, there may be one, because you never know. All of a sudden nature calls and, you got to go to the bathroom. But this show isn't for radio. Okay, it's for our digital side, but not the mainstream radio. They'll get another show out of this. And this one is strictly for all of you. As you can see, we have Santa right there going for the North Pole. He's heading to New Orleans right now. He'll be there in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. We watched him launch last night. I'm pumped up. Brian Bowden, the man with 8,492 podcasts going on simultaneously. We're glad you're here, buddy. Major Lee, thanks for coming on in. And who else do we have here in our chat room? Let me just scroll down. Awesome Arlene Adkinzel. I may repeat a couple because sometimes I forget. Blackbird Immaculate, Merry Christmas to you. And who else do we have here? Brian, thank you for that wonderful super chat, man. Really do appreciate that. Hey, Brian, I must have known you were here because I got one of your shirts on tonight. Brian Bowden made this. Love this logo, man. Love this logo. It's awesome. The Gorgeous Jan, how are you? Merry Christmas. Lovely LaDonna Blackwood, Merry Christmas to you. And who else do we have here? I said Terry Brown. There's Sonny from Paranormal Chop Shop. Merry Christmas. And let's see here. Who else do we have? Raven is Ryan. Merry Christmas to you. Dim to Dim, where have you been hiding? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Where you been? Thank you for joining us. And let's go here. Like I said, guys, this isn't a normal show, so if you're wondering what's going on here, nothing. It's a show about nothing tonight, but come into your... look at this. Look at this jerk. You should have colored your hair in Christmas colors. At least I have hair, you bald jerk. Jeff Bridges, how are you? Merry Christmas to you. And let's see here. Who else do we have coming on in? Hi, Nikki. Merry Christmas to you. And Steam Train Mark, thank you for that awesome super chat. Really do appreciate that. So the year, it's been a year of the UFO, as we all know. Jay Breezy, how are you? Marvin Dale Likens. And we're almost caught up here. Obi Flett, I've said you. Let's see here. Jeremy Jones. Rono how are you? Goth White, nice to see you. Merry Christmas. And let's see who else we have. I think we're almost caught up here, guys. Champ Campbell, Merry Christmas to you. Elliot D, Merry Christmas. We're almost there. Nate Foot. Hey, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, Wendy, and your family, man. I hope you've been able to pry Hallmark away from the television. I really do. All right. Holy cow, Millennium, thank you for that awesome super chat. Really do appreciate that, man. Holy cow. I didn't know you were Canadian, Millennium. I didn't know. That's pretty awesome. All right. So tonight's show is really about nothing. It's about going through the year that was. It's about entertaining you guys tonight. And I'm going to put the link in to the chat room right now. So if any of you want to come on in and hang out with us and just tell your stories, and there it is, right there. I'm going to put it in again. So make sure you got audio and video. Miguel Asphalt on the other side. Whoa, is this where the charlatans come for recognition? Yes, it is. Because we are those people. We are the charlatans of the UFO world. Thank you for the Spreaker time, my friend. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, we're going to look at the year that was and some of my favorite stories, some of your favorite stories. And once again, I want to make sure that you guys come on in. Now, normally when I do this, nobody ever comes. Yet if Lynn does it, holy cow, you guys are packed. Big Willie and them do it. Yeah, you guys are coming on in. So there is the door. The door is open to come tell me your Christmas traditions, Christmas stories, your favorite present you ever got growing up. Let's just hang out. We got a couple of hours to do so. I'm here. You're here. And let's do it. But the year that was in everything really seemed to revolve once again around UFOs. Now, personally, I didn't have any UFO sightings this year. And I'm okay with that. Not really. I wish I did. But, you know, we got a lot of really cool things done this year. Think about it. Lou Elizondo, Chris Mellon, Steve Justice, they leave the To the Stars Academy. Go out on their own. Hi, gorgeous Kira. How are you? Merry Christmas. I'm just going to be calling out names tonight, guys. And, you know, we saw a lot of different things happen. Angela Hudson, how are you? Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. So, let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to play a little piece here because up until this point throughout the To the Stars Academy, we had never, ever interviewed anybody from that area. We just hadn't. And then all of a sudden, the transformation happens. Elizondo leaves. And then boom, we got him. He was like, yeah, man, I'm in. Yeah. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So we're going to play a few minutes of that. And trust me, on my beard here, my beard was much, much better back then. Mennonite Abe, how are you? Welcome to the show, man. So let's get to it. All right. If you guys have any questions as well, put them in capital letters. All right. Here we go. Mark, what do you think is going on with the media blackout currently from Lou Elizondo? Bill H., how are you? I think...
Are you good at guessing what people want? This year, stop guessing and give them what they want. From burgers to video games to ripped jeans. They pick their gift from some of their favorite brands with a choice gift card from giftcards.com. It's genius.
Whatever business you're in, growth isn't just about getting bigger. At ADP, we believe it's about getting stronger by turning data into insights so you can build teams that work as teams. By using our AI technology to help catch payroll errors before they're errors. And by keeping ahead of thousands of changing regulations so you can keep ahead of everything else. ADP helps businesses like yours grow stronger every day. ADP, HR, talent, time, and payroll.
Elizondo right now is tired. The job is done. They are going to wait for the president to ratify the bill and sign off on it. Once that happens, he's going to be working behind the scenes, probably trying to help set up the new program. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, when I talked to Lou last, he says he's not going to be available to come on for interview until about February. I'm quite okay with that. And you know what? Everybody needs a break. I mean, his health hasn't been the best. And so, you know, I'm not defending the guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm just going by what he told me. He said, but come February, he's like, man, I'll come on the show. I'll come on. I'm like, okay. I really want Lynn Wallington to interview him, though. I really do. As much as I want to interview Lou, it might have to be a two-part series where I get him one and then Lynn gets him one. Because he's just that guy. He's polarizing. All right, let's see how I can do this here. Hold on. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Shoot. Yeah, right off the bat, I screw up. Hold on. Chrome tab. Right there. All right. Let's take a listen to this here. I want you guys to tell me. This is back on February 23rd. This is probably my favorite moment of the year. All right? It's my favorite moment of the year. Where is it here? It's about 26. Okay, I want you all to listen here. Let me just make sure it's unmuted.
People. We need to involve academics and scientists and philosophers and theologians.
This house is
Of
cable
course.
TV.
Let's just
I
go
don't
to.
want to waste my money.
Of course, Dave. Put a commercial
TV.
right
I
in
don't want to
there.
waste my money.
There we go.
And everybody out there, everybody from my perspective has a vote, and I'm not sure we have an answer for that yet. I think maybe we need to realize that look, life is abundant. All you have to do is look around this planet, and life exists just about everywhere, all 7 continents, in the water, and to some degree even in the atmosphere. So, is it possible out there's life off of this tiny little rock? Well, sure. I mean, look, life had to start here somewhere and somehow. Is it possible that it all the life in the universe didn't originate from this one little tiny planet called Earth? Well, I think statistically that's probably pretty likely. The question is in what shape and form, and is it life form that we would even recognize as being a life form? And if so, does it think like us? And is it motivated by us? Right? These are distinctly human questions we ask because we assume that whatever is out there, it may very well think like us. But I don't know if that's the case. And I think we need to be prepared.
Hi, Thomas Fessler. How you doing?
Doing great. And yourself, Dave?
Good. I want to play this clip, and I want to get your
play it.
opinion. Merry Christmas to you and your team, by the way.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right. Look at that beard, though. God, that was a good beard. That was a good beard.
And it just took one. Well, it was getting kind of rounded at the end.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Hold on, buddy. I want to play this clip, and
Play it.
and there's a reason. Because I personally think Luis Elizondo admits that he had aliens, and he's got aliens. Hold on. Here we go. I'm muting so there will be no echo.
Not only to ask that question, but be prepared for the answer if it falls outside of our existing notion of what we think life should be, if that makes sense.
So has Lou Elizondo, the person, ever seen a gray being? Big black eyes, skin color, silverish tone, maybe brown at times, 4 feet tall to 5 feet tall, almond-shaped eyes, slit mouth, barely any nose, 3 fingers, Ever seen one?
Lou Elizondo, as a person, has seen some pretty extraordinary things in his life. I don't want to prejudice the jury here. I've seen a lot of things that in my life have been very, very compelling. But in every one of those situations and in every case, I needed more data. And, again, you're asking a great question, and people are going to say I'm being evasive, and yeah, you're damn right I am. I am being evasive on purpose.
All right.
That told me right there he's seen aliens.
Yeah, he was stammering and a bit shaken up about the question.
He was. Thomas Fessler from Disclosure Tonight joins us now. Where'd you go? Hold on. Let's go here. And I'm not used to all this split screen stuff. I'm working on it. Hold on here. Let's get NORAD Santa back up here. So what do you think when you hear that, Thomas?
It's the usual Lou Tap dance around something. He can't go ahead and specifically. Well, one thing he didn't say is, I can't answer that. So usually when he says, I can't answer that, that's a definitive. But he didn't want to come out and just say, no, I haven't. It's his usual answer. I've seen a lot of compelling things that I've had to go back and ask for more data on.
Right.
If you did see something, would you need more data other than what's in front of your eyes?
Well, I mean, I don't think you do. And you know what? It was before that point, and just hearing Lou talk about a number of other subjects where I always thought, this dude's an experiencer. This dude is a complete experiencer who is someone that would love. We need to open up. But he doesn't want to be the face of that franchise. He already sees the struggles and the peril that he has gone through the last 4 years, with everything from death threats to family threats to career threats, everything. The last thing he needs is to have a major player in this UFO field come out and say, I've got aliens. He doesn't need that. And he's not going to do that.
The ET thing, Dave, is a touchy subject right now. General public acceptance of it. If I take and I put a picture of an ET on any of my title cards for my videos, the number of people who actually look at the video actually drops down because there's this perception, this, if you want to call it, bias that a lot of people have because of the mainstream media and because of the government in this state of denial that it's been for a long time. They hear the word ET or aliens and they get that laugh and they get that uncomfortableness because they've been programmed by all the stuff coming in all the time to act that way.
Oh yeah. You'll notice that we are tracking Santa Claus right now. He is in Overland Park, Kansas in 30 seconds. So if you're in the Kansas area, Santa Claus is coming. Do not leave because he'll be in and out before you even know it. I tell you, man, I'm so pumped up right now. So pumped up. I love
power of a black hole, man. He's got a singularity around that craft.
Let's see here. Let's see. Question here from Obi Flat. Is there a date for Lou's book? He has one in the works. Yes, he does have one in the works. There is no date. All we know is it will be coming out in 2022, and there's apparently some bombs that are going to be dropped in there. Peoria, Illinois is the next stop in 2 minutes. All right.
Nice.
Santa, look how smooth them reindeer are flying. Honestly, it's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, Thomas Fessler, surprisingly, has come in to join us.
Well, I didn't have a show tonight. I was convinced by my staff not to have one. I was thinking of saying, okay, they're all in bed. All the drama's gone. I'll just go ahead and jump on and do it myself. But I think I'll do that tomorrow.
No, man. You're always more than welcome here. You're always more.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it.
Hang out.
Well, it feels like part of the family. I mean, I saw so many of the people who are usually at your show, and what I heard coming from Arlene Atkinsell and others, they're so glad that you had the show tonight, which makes me even miss that I even didn't have my show tonight, because it's a place for people and the families we have in our viewers to come together and be part of another family. Like you said, I don't have a lot of family around here either. My mom passed away. My dad passed away years ago. It's just Lou can hear me tonight and everything, and it's just kind of, quiet and everything. But we do have these connections, Dave, to these large groups of people who, really is like an extended family.
You got that right, and that's why we do it. That's exactly why we do it right there. Hey, look, we're a little bigger right there. People can actually see us. Well, Thomas, please feel free to hang out as long as you want.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're here. I
Take
don't
me
know
out whenever you want to.
I don't know when this show is going to end. I'm actually going to turn off the commercials right now because I'm not interested in commercials tonight. Not interested. Tonight's broadcast is not going to go out on the radio side. So, see where it goes. All right, next question. This one from Sunsaver. What is the next move for the To the Stars Academy? Are they even still in business? Tom DeLong would like to think so. I did not get a chance to check out. He was on Kurt J. Mungel's Theories of Everything earlier today. I did not get a chance to check that out, but I wanted to. Totally bypass. I actually had to work half a day today and did not get the opportunity to do so, to check it on out. Did you check out Kurt J. Mungel's show today?
I saw part of it today. It was already pre-recorded, so it's not like it was a live show, but it was still a pretty cool show hearing Tom DeLong talking about a lot of different things. I didn't get to pick up that much of it, though.
Yeah, I wish I would have. My biggest problem with Tom DeLong, and I said this in my blog a year ago that I wrote, I really, there's a time to rock star and there's a time not to rock star. Okay, when he's preparing, and trust me, I love Blink 182. I do. I haven't really got into Angels and Airwaves, but dude is a talent. He is a musical talent. You don't get to where they are or that level of music unless you have some incredible incredible gift. And then luck bestows you with a recording contract. But when it came to UFOs, it wasn't a time to rock star. And that was one of my biggest issues with everything. And, hey, good on Kurt J. Mungle for getting him. But you know what, Tom? There's a lot of other people who would like to interview you. And, Kurt J. Mungle has a very, very successful show with theories of everything. And I don't know how he does it, but he gets some major players and guests in his for his show.
Yeah, who's his agent?
I don't know. But, good on him for doing that.
Yeah.
Good on him for doing that. And, but it's the kind of thing where, you know what? It's time Tommy answered some tough questions.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Wait a minute. I've heard that before. That's the note Jeremy wrote to me in my yearbook in the 6th grade. How'd you even know that?
Because it's from Geico.
Yeah, wait, here it is. Dear Luke, have a great summer. P.S. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Love, Jeremy.
Geico's had this tagline for years, because we help save people money.
So wait, you're saying Jeremy copied you? Yeah, that actually does sound like something the J-Man would do.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I've been working as a Visiting Angels caregiver for years and have been part of many loving families. Every one of those relationships is near and dear to my heart. Being a Visiting Angels caregiver has changed my life for the better. Be a part of our team of essential caregivers and feel great about what you do every day. America's families need you now more than ever, so come and join us on our mission. Go to visitingangels.com/career. You'll be so glad you did.
RJ Mungle, God bless him. I am a big fan of his show. I'm subscribed to his channel, okay, but he doesn't ask a lot of tough questions. And look, I'm not saying that Tom needs to be put through the ringer, but there's a lot of questions that he needs to answer, and he's dodging them. And why does he keep talking UFOs, Thomas, if he says TTSA is not a UFO research group?
Well, he's got a lot of money tied up in it right now. He's got millions tied up in TTSA. When TTSA, they're funding, when they're trying to sell stock and stock didn't happen, their funding didn't happen, their lines of credit didn't happen. He was opening up his personal checkbook on a regular basis. It was all in his Form 10K from the IRS filing last year from TTSA. So it's pretty clear the reason Tom is there is because he had the money to bankroll it. Now, if they're not necessarily about, ET and technology to a degree, I have to differ to that because I'd say the majority of their investment, where their money is right now, if their hope of making any profit out of this is in those metamaterials that they have in the the Army's research lab in, I believe it's in Michigan. And it's the metamaterials they picked up from different parts around the world. I think from some Brazil and South America, and some from the United States. Some may have came from Linda Moulton Howe. And those metamaterials that they acquired, that they're doing research for different battle skin armors and stuff that could possibly be used by the Army. There's a lot of money in that. Now, they get to share the research results coming out of the Army, so anything that comes out of there, they can take and commercialize and put into other stuff after the Army's had their take of it. So they lost a lot of their stuff when the human malware virus hit in January 2020, and they basically had to scuttle all of their scientific operations and everything. The whole organization just kind of fell apart. And it's just never recovered since. So those few nest eggs that they got in play at the right time, there's still hope for him.
And we still don't know the true story, and I don't think it'll ever come out as to why Elizondo, Chris Mellon, and Steve Justice bailed on this adventure as well just over a year ago. I believe it happened on December 2nd. Before we go any further, let's say hello to everyone who's joined us in the chat room. Luscious Jules, Spaghetti Lee, thanks for coming on in. Marvin Dale, I think I said hello to you already. And continuing on here, Jane Creek, welcome to the show. Digger Dog, thanks for joining us. The Dirt Road, much love to you. Beautiful. Let's see here. I hate saying horrible radio host. Lovely Laura Tarnowski. The Mary is here. Mary, why you bugging? Remember that? Run DMC?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gosh,
that's old school right there.
And you got a super chat in here from Kira Angel for $12.25.
I know. I have to catch up here on everything. That's a gorgeous Carol. Thank you for coming on in. High Data Derivations. How are you? And like I said, everyone, tonight's a little bit of a different show. Pac Woman from Australia on Twitch. Merry Christmas to you. And what are you drinking there?
It was a spiked up eggnog.
Oh, nice.
With some extra vodka in it.
You know what I'm going to be doing here very soon is probably at the top of the hour I'm going to disappear, and I'm going to go grab a glass of snow, and then I'm going to pour Fireball on it.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, that always makes for a nice drink. Let's see. Mike L., welcome. Simon Wales, Wayland, Merry Christmas to you all. The gorgeous Samantha Hazelwood Gray, Mennonite Abe, thank you so much. He says, Dave, you've brought me so much cheer this year. I appreciate everything you do and hope you have a great Christmas. Much love. I promise you I will, and thank you so much. Really, the honor is all ours to be able to broadcast to all of you. It really is. I know that sounds extremely cliche, but it's true. It's not. There is Hello Terrence, my good buddy Terry out of Toronto, Ontario. He's sitting on Yonge Street right now in his lawn chair for the 25th year in a row for Christmas, praying that the Stanley Cup parade actually happens. And guess what, Terry? 67, buddy. 67. Merry Christmas to you. Much love, my friend. Great guy. Grandpa Holland, how are you? And Dirt Road, thank you for that super sticker. Really do appreciate you. And thank you so much. This is so different. Cherry Pepsi Mike, the creator of the piano key tie, right there. Merry Christmas to you and your lovely wife, Joyce. And let's see here. Who else do we have here? Ed Clater, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate that, Ed. You haven't been around in a couple weeks. Glad that you were here. And let's see. Who else do we have here? No. Michael Boyle says Kurt's interview was a rerun. Oh, that's not nice. Damn it. I was all excited for that. So we didn't miss much then. Thank you for that update. I'm way behind in the chat room right now, guys. Way behind. I'm trying to catch up here, so just bear with me here a couple of seconds here. Kira, thank you so much. Kira says, thank you, Dave, for all you do for the UFO and paranormal community. Art Bell is smiling at you from the other side. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Kira. And I never got to talk to the legend. I always wanted to. Never got to. Sensational Sherry, thanks for joining us. And, NORAD keeps popping off right now. Rooted in Gorgeous Sacredness, thank you for coming on in. The stunning Melissa Nicole. And who else do we have in our chat room? Swamp Dweller. You know what? Check this out. I got a nice t-shirt. I got a great mug from the swamp right there. Look at that. Look how badass that is. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Merry Christmas, and one of the big highlights of our year. What the hell was that?
Sorry about that.
Is that you?
Yeah, that was a special sound effect from Art Bell. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah. Scared the hell out of me. Let me see. Could I show you some snow outside? Well, right now it's dark.
When you get the cup, you'll see it.
Yeah. I'm going to test out. When I get the cup, I will get some snow. But Swamp Dweller, just so you know, you're one of the highlights of our year this year, my friend. Thank you so much for coming on. And I know you don't do a lot of radio interviews, but the fact that we can collaborate and now call you a friend, not only personally, but of this show, it really means a lot to us. So thank you so much for coming into our SOR HQ. Cecil, how are you, my friend? Thank you. Ian McFadden, Merry Christmas to you. Let's see here. Who else do we have?
Yeah.
Wesley Cornelius. We call him Yukon around here. Remember from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Yukon Cornelius?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, when I used to take the dogs out for a walk, I would have like 3 little mutt dogs, pulling me along.
Man.
I always felt like Yukon Cornelius. Yeah, mew.
I never saw that
I needed
this
the
year.
X-pick I could throw up into the air and have it coming down and come into it and look it up and nothing. New gold.
Yeah.
I love that character.
Looking at it as an adult, the way he licks that pickaxe, it's a little, it's not pleasant. Not pleasant.
Bumbles bounce.
Bumbles bounce. Eli McInnes, welcome. And let's see. J1, welcome back. Dirty Filth, thank you, Tip, for that super chat. Really do appreciate. Now, Dirty Filth here, he had a good year, too, with his art and really starting to take off. He has a new book coming out, everyone, very soon. And I want to make sure all our SOR listeners pick that up, man, because it's going to be fantastic with all of his art. Tim F., thank you so much. I was actually quite honored. Filth actually asked me to write a little column or foreword for his book. That's pretty nice. That's a big honor right there. Gorgeous Jan, thank you for that super chat. No, we don't want to put you in timeout. Radagast the Gray, welcome to the channel. Merry Christmas. And there we go. Now we're officially caught up on everything. And now we got to reload NORAD Santa because it keeps crashing on us. I wonder if they're crashing it on purpose. No, it's all the kids right now getting ready to go to bed here on the West Coast. So that's pretty
Man,
much.
if NORAD can't scale their systems.
Right? Well, he's in Minnesota, near a minute 45 away from Brooklyn Center. There we go. Now we're all caught up. Valro, how are you? And once again, this is a special show tonight. There is no agenda. If you guys want to come in and join us, tell us your Christmas traditions or your stories, your best story, your favorite topic of the year, please do so. There's the link right there in the YouTube chat room. You can grab that if you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch as well. And John Music, how are you? And by the way, I didn't realize John Music had such a nice beard and mustache combination. That was pretty tight. Very tight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, if you have any questions, if you don't want to come on air, literally just put your question in capital letters. We will get him on here. We got Thomas Fessler with me. He's right here, By the way, thank you for the Festivus show yesterday.
Oh, had to have some fun with it, You hear about Festivus and everything going on, and it's Festivus for the rest of us. But who doesn't want to find some things in ufology to have your airing of grievances or throw your insults at the Festivus pole?
You got that right. Radiohead, how are you? What is your biggest pet peeve outside of the one person who doesn't need to be named? Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is your biggest pet peeve of the UFO story this year?
Biggest pet peeve of ufology this year. Well, I'm not going to say it was the June 25th thing because I know it wasn't going to be a lot. Biggest pet peeve that I have towards everyone is a beautiful, luscious, eating too many pastries Susan Go from the DOD. And still trying to declassify everything as a matter of national security.
Yeah. That I could totally see. Oh, we got a guest here. There is Wagon Breath. I got to get you to turn your speaker down.
Wait, I got an echo. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, the echo's not on me this time. The lovely and talented Wagon Breath 11.3, which stands for November 3rd, her birthday. How are you?
That should be better. I'm well. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for joining us.
Merry Christmas.
That is a lovely ceramic tree that you have behind you.
Yeah. You like that?
I do.
That's old. That's an old one.
Those are old school. Those are expensive now.
They are expensive now. This one, it's got like missing Johns, if you will, but it's red.
Yes.
So.
What is your highlight?
So this is cool.
What is your highlight for this year?
Doing live streams.
Yeah.
Live streaming, yeah. Just did a a Christmas Eve special with the Hiveless Bee for like 7 hours, and we'll do another one tomorrow, and then take a couple days off. But
look at you go.
Fuck, because I can't hang out with my family because I'm not jabbed. So.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of that going on. You're more than welcome to come with us. What is a Christmas tradition of the wagon breadth? 11.3.
Getting a Christmas tree, cutting one down.
That's a good one.
A pagan tree. Getting a pagan tree. That's where the word pageantry came from. I'm just kidding.
I was just going to say that.
That's actually a real tree behind me. I had to go get it.
I have a real tree.
Well, not real.
I do.
Let's see.
I have a real tree.
Let's see your real tree this year.
All right.
Turn your camera. Oh, look
see
at
it?
That is lovely. Yeah. I love Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's say hello.
So what's a Christmas tradition for you, David?
My Christmas tradition is I allow my children to open one gift on Christmas Eve. One gift. So I got to watch them open their one gift tonight before coming in here. Literally got back in here like 2 minutes before coming on the air. And it was fantastic. And it was, there's some big stuff. And then after the show tonight, I will don a red cap. And I will put some Christmas music on. I'll be up until about 2:30 in the morning because some of us have to get the house ready for jolly old St. Nick to come down the chimney.
You're going to play knockoff Santa Claus. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
No, it's a good one.
I have some wrapping to do that I do. And it's just, you know what? I actually will... Nice. Everybody in the house is asleep, and I will actually take that time to just contemplate the year that was, take a deep breath.
Shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Finally get to just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know. I start to hate the sound of my own voice after a while. I'm just kidding.
What is your what's your show called? Your podcast, your YouTube.
I don't call it anything.
It's all right, fine. Be that.
It's always very random. It's just that's my channel. It's fine.
Valro, welcome.
Nobody subscribe.
KYG Adventures, welcome. Merry Christmas. The gorgeous Heidi from Vegas, right there. Heidi, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Which she'll be going to Vegas this year.
April
2022.
April 22nd and 24th. I hope you can make it, Thomas, if your health improves.
I hope so.
Because that would be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, big question here from Sunsaver. What was the worst job you ever had to do or quit doing? Mine was I was 17 years old, and I grew up in Abbotsford, British Columbia. And if you know Abbotsford, British Columbia, they are very well known around the world for their raspberry farms. So I got a job working in a raspberry plant. So when the berries came off the farm, they got trucked to this plant, and then we would distribute, the berries, put them in buckets and everything. So my first day on the job, I'm making, I think, $6 an hour. Minimum wage was $5. I'm getting $6. No, pardon me, it was $7.25. Pardon me, $7.25. Oh yeah, and we're literally 7 hours into the first shift. And all of a sudden, these people come in. I'm brand new there, first night on the job, and they say, "We're extending the shift another 8 hours, people." And I went,
"What?"
And I looked at that. I finished the shift after, I think we ended up going another 2 hours. We went 16 hours we went. And I looked at them, and I looked at the boss. I'd known the boss for like a couple of hours, and I just said, I'm done. Don't even expect me here tomorrow. This is bullshit. like 7 hours into the first shift, you're going to call another 8-hour shift. See ya.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
was it.
Such bullshit. Yeah, I would have walked out too. Fuck that. They would have gotten them.
Oh, we can't do that here. None of that.
Oh, I said that. Well, I just said they would have gotten like a 1 and 1 is 11.
So how about for you, Thomas? Worst job you ever had to do or quit doing?
Probably when I was a sophomore in high school, and I got a job through the county going and cleaning high schools in the summer, and got to get the opportunity to go ahead on the second floor of Aston Trail High School back in Illinois. Got to go and clean the women's bathroom that hadn't been cleaned in like a month or so, and all the nice things that were all rotten and smelling like dead bodies in a morgue, I got to go clean out, and that was my last day there, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. We'll never do this again.
Santa Claus in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan right now. Although we should be able to see him because that's all flat up there. I know we have some Saskatchewan listeners, so make sure you check on in and make sure you let us know if you see Santa Claus. Matthew Anderson, welcome to the chat room tonight. Alien Believers, welcome. Lou Montez, otherwise known as the Lip Blade. You can get your Lip Blade T-shirts on our at our store, spacedoutradio.com. Hey, Anonymous Rex, a.k.a. Tim, thank you so much for that awesome super chat, man.
Tim Senor for my show.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Good guy.
Oh, absolutely.
High-quality chin hair. High quality. Low Pro, the gorgeous Xochitl Paez. Love that name, Xochitl Paez. Sorry we're cutting your face off there, Wagon Breath.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I'm taking the opportunity to be retarded.
All right.
Can't say that either, huh?
No, we can't say that either. Got it?
It's not my channel. Sorry.
You are so bad. So bad.
Sorry, Dave. It's not even like that. It's not even like that.
I know. Gorgeous Bama, boom to you. Who else has showed up here? Wes H. has showed up. And there we're caught up. David S., welcome. So we're just chilling out tonight on the show. If you guys have any questions, put them in capital letters. Doesn't matter what the topic is, preferably what we talk about, though, and unless it's Guns N' Roses, then we could talk that, too. And, we're watching Santa Claus cruise through. He's entering Minot, North Dakota, checking out to see if there is any UAP flying over the nuclear missile silos right now. That's kind of cool. Very cool. And, Wagon Breath, Thomas Fessler. What is Wagon Breath's real name? What's your real first name?
Amy.
I wouldn't have taken you for an Amy. I had you pegged for a...
I'm an Amy Jo.
I had you pegged for a Jody, to be honest.
My name is Amy Jo. My mom's name is Jody.
Wow. Close.
Actually, her name was Kathy Jo, but they called her Jody. That's fucking weird. And I'm Amy Jo. So you're close.
Right on. Howard S., welcome. And we'll put the link up here in case anybody else wants to join us.
I do have to admit, I did get a an early Christmas present from Cupcake, my dog. She dropped it off on the carpet before.
Oh, nice.
Real nice.
Very nice.
Real
Very
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love when that happens. I have 2 dogs. 2 dogs. 2-dog night.
Yeah.
And 1 cat.
I'm a 3-cat night. Yeah, 3-cat night,
I love
2
my
dogs.
cat.
2 dogs.
And that's actually a real Dr. Seuss tree.
That your tree? It's
very
cool. It is very cool.
Decorated for Christmas.
Yeah, it looks very Cindy Lou Who-ish.
Yes.
It's very Seussian.
Yes,
love it.
Very Seussian.
I've actually made Dr. Seuss video games in the past. Green Eggs and Ham.
Made them?
Yeah. For a Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Oh, it was. All the artwork and everything was good, and I was looking at it saying, there's something about this I just can't put my finger on. Turned out the colors were completely wrong. They were accurate, and it's like, no, the leaves can't be green, the trunks can't be brown, the colors are supposed to be all Susie, and it threw my freaking almost my lead artist into a freaking mental fit to get past it, but he fixed it.
Right, you need like red tree trunks and shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, Johnny Music is asking, what do you guys think about the interview on Kurt J. Mungel's channel? We learned tonight it was a repeat with Jim Semivan, Tom DeLonge, Eric Weinstein, and Professor Friend Brian. I didn't get a chance to watch it today, so I'm not too sure. Jim Bob will get a Santa update here momentarily. Jeff Bridges, welcome to the show. And we'll get to another question right off the bat. But I'm always, you know what? Tom's had to eat a lot of humble pie in the UFO world, and I will go and say this: he is the person who has caused his own demise in this field. I still don't believe for a second that he put together the Stars Academy. I've had people on the inside confirm that for me, and I will say that, like I said earlier when we were talking about it, there's a time to rock star, and
Hey, do you love a good story? Great. Then you got to check out the #Storytime podcast. Each episode brings you the craziest, creepiest, and cringiest stories from YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and beyond.
My story is about the time that I was broken up with at the 9/11 memorial. Twice.
Look, the internet is a dumpster full of stories, and I, your host, Will McFadden, dive in headfirst, sift through the flaming trash, and bring you nothing but treasures. Listen to all 21 episodes of #Storytime now on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to a dentist. But instead of filling you in on ways to save on your policies, he'd probably be too busy filling in that loose crown. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent, who will use their expertise to polish up your policies, from home and auto to renters, motorcycle, boat, and RV too. So while, yes, your dentist can save your smile, your Geico agent could save you money, which will make you use that smile a whole lot more. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
There's a time not to rock star. When you're dealing with something this heavy, it's not a time to rock star. It's a time to be a little bit more professional. Thomas, I'm sure you got a say on that.
Yeah, they thought, having him, someone who is an experiencer, who has seen a bunch of different things throughout their life, who also had a lot of money, gave him an opportunity to go ahead and be able to get access to some different people, but it didn't quite go as planned. And the bang and what they thought, TTSA was going to turn into, it just never quite materialized. And the real sad part of it is when there was opportunity for them to be pimping up and trying to promote TTSA as the CEO, and that was one of the reasons when I got involved again with UFO Twitter back in early 2020, there was an opportunity for Tom DeLonge to be talking about the organization and pushing it forward and everything, but it seemed most of the things he was interested in Twitter were more of a political nature than it was about the actual organization that he was the leadership of. So it may have also been just his immaturity as a leader, as a CEO of an organization like that, because a lot of times, the organizations live and die by the leadership they have in place.
Very true. Very true. And, there's a couple things, and Lou Elizondo told me this. One of the biggest mistakes that To the Stars Academy made was that they did not try to, let me rephrase this, they alienated their biggest supporters. How do you start a UFO group and then screw the UFO community?
How do you do it without screwing Lou Elizondo? Didn't he have to live in a travel trailer for months in someone's driveway, and everyone else had money coming in except for him?
He lived in a trailer park with his RV, with his wife. Yeah. And then eventually they got sick of the West Coast, picked up the trailer and moved to Wyoming and bought property there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Chillin' Villain has a question here. Dave, what made you decide to get into radio and what made you choose your subject? Well, I actually started in radio. I went to broadcasting school in 1996 through 98. It was a 2-year program. What really sucks is if I was at any other school, I would be having a bachelor's degree, but the technical school I went to took a 4-year course, rammed it into 2 years, and gave you a diploma. That sucked. I spent nearly 10 years in radio. My entire goal getting into radio was to work in the NHL. And 2007, I was going through, I worked for just a complete asshole who I couldn't stand, and I quit my job and just walked away from it. But it wasn't until 2014 when we started this show. It was after I had a number of experiences on my own and tonight's not about my experiences, but it was just one of those things that made me, dust off my journalism diploma to get back into it, because I'm not a researcher. Do I like going out looking for Sasquatch or going on a ghost hunt or staring up at the stars looking for UFOs? Absolutely I do. But I'm not a researcher. I'm not a guy who's going to write a book. I'm not a Grant Cameron or a Nicole Sackich or a Cheryl Costa or anybody like that. I'm just a guy who knows how to talk on a microphone. That's literally it. And that's what I do. That's exactly how it all got started. So, I mean, it is that simple. I will say this, though, that when I did start Spaced Out Radio, I had no clue on podcasting. Zero clue. I didn't even know what a podcast was. I didn't know there was Spreaker and Mixler and Blog Talk Radio. Knew nothing of it. Alien Girl, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you. Let's see who else has arrived here. Oh, Marky Spender. Look at this. This is my friend here. Hey, where are your balls? I don't see one Christmas ball in the studio or any holiday decorations for that matter.
Right there.
Dude.
Yeah, come on.
There's one there, too.
There's Sensational Sammy right there. Adam Cram, welcome. Merry Christmas. Carlito, Merry Christmas. Yeah. So that's how I got started on Spaced Out Radio. Yeah, go ahead.
I have my degree in communications with a specialization in journalism too.
Yeah.
A bachelor's in that.
Yeah. I never got.
So I know like the bullshit that you have to study, like mass media and their influences and stuff like that, that sort of really turns you off. Like I wanted to be an investigative journalist, and as soon as I started to do it, it's like, man, fuck that. I said, no, I cannot do that.
Yes.
So, I said, flunk me now. That's what I tried to say. Flunk me now.
Brian Bowden, who will probably start another podcast after this answer, he's asking, isn't the biggest event related to UFOs is the fact that MUFON was 100% non-relevant? You know what? I will say something about that, because recently I have been hammering on Tom Whitmore the fact that MUFON over the last little bit had been completely silent. And recently, over the last month and a half, every time there is a UFO story, they are now reacting to it and actually sending press releases out to the mainstream media, and they are starting to get some interviews regarding it. And I'm not taking credit for it, but I damn well am going to say that was my idea. And it went straight to the board of directors. And look, the mess that MUFON got in, especially with Jan Harzan, okay, it's ugly. It's going to take them a while to get things back to where they need to be and changed. And you know what? I beat up on MUFON enough over the years where I'm starting to see some progression and starting to see where it's supposed to go. And I'm happy with the direction they're taking because they are taking good advice and they are starting to move the ball forward. Are they perfect? No. And no, I'm not saying this because, for full disclosure, I have been asked to speak at the MUFON Symposium this year, which is about media and UFOs. That is the reason why they asked me, because I am one of the only journalists out there who is an experiencer and a noted experiencer. And I will be speaking in Colorado July 8th through 10th. Shameless plug. So if anybody wants to come watch, that's where I will be, And but before all that happened, I started getting the press releases, and I'm pretty happy with that. What do you think there, Tom?
Yeah, they've got a lot of catching up to do. They've, it's still an interesting organization. There's a lot of opportunity there for them. If they can pull in some of their different offices that they have, especially on the East Coast, some of the different areas where you've got different people who are out in the field, looking the wrong way towards situations, give it more of an established process that they have a little bit more enforcement to it. They've got a huge opportunity to go ahead and grow the organization. There's people, it's getting acknowledged of realism at this point. So now they could dust off all the old tinfoil hats that I bring out on a regular basis and say, wow, these tiny things, we get to turn these to the non-believers, because the reality is we've rewritten history and UFOs are real.
Yes, very true. Very true. Let's do a quick update here on Santa Claus. And he is in Holyoke, Colorado in 20 seconds. Speaking of Colorado, that is awesome. Holyoke, Colorado. Yes, there he is, people. Making his way to Cheyenne Mountain. You know what? NORAD Santa never responded to my tweet. They never responded to my tweet today. Let's say
surprised.
I know. Well, they did last year. This year, they did not. I sent them 3 different tweets today. 416 Bitcoin. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Robert Lamke. And let's see who else is here. Ann B. Merry Christmas to you. And let's see who else has joined us here. The gorgeous No Justice, No Peace. Merry Christmas to you. And let's see. Roy Boy, how are you? Merry Christmas. And Pine Island Research, welcome back. Merry Christmas to you. We got to get you guys on the air, by the way, Pine Island. Yeah. Brazelhoff, Skip to Maloo, Merry Christmas to you guys. And let's see here. I will go back to the questions. Kason in Sri Lanka, Santa Claus has already passed you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas too, buddy. And Lester Taylor, Merry Christmas. And Ross Lambda, Merry Christmas. The gorgeous Laura Elizabeth, Merry Christmas to you. I'm going to say Merry Christmas to everybody tonight. All right, let's move on here. Let's see here. Downshift. Who would win in a fight, Dogman versus Sasquatch? The lovely and talented Wagon Breath. Who you going with and why?
I'm going to go with Dogman because I feel like the vicious is built into Dogman, whereas like the man is more built into Sasquatch. So I'll just go for the throat.
Yeah, I'll go for Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Why?
He's got the power. He's got the strength. He's got the height. He's got that ability to blink out of nowhere and pop right behind freaking Dogman and twist his neck.
See, I'm going with Sasquatch.
All right, so who's the aggressor, though? Because I just automatically assume that Dogman's the aggressor.
Dogman is way more aggressive. Dogman is dirty.
And that, like, Sasquatch is just chilling, like, whatever.
Dogman's going to pick up some dirt.
Is not, like, expecting it.
Dogman's going to pick up some dirt, throw it in Sasquatch's eyes, all right?
But if he goes through the neck, if he punctures through his neck first, Sasquatch is going to have a really hard time. There's a Grinch on the screen.
Dirty Filth is joining us. Dirty Filth, who wins between Sasquatch and Dogman?
I'm fairly certain that Sasquatch is going to take it. Dogman's vicious, and he's pretty rowdy. He's quick, he's deadly, he's got good strikes, but Sasquatch overall has way too much power. He's going to eventually catch Dogman. Arrivederci.
I think what happens here, I think Dogman, gets a little cocky, starts to take advantage of that situation, and then all of a sudden Bigfoot starts doing like his Hulkamania shake.
Well, he could just rip him off and fling him against a tree, and
that's exactly what happens. It picks him up, body slams.
That's just not that much fun.
Body slams him against a tree.
So anticlimactic.
Jumps up back on the back of him, puts him in a camel clutch, breaks his back, makes him humble, turns him over, pins him for the 1, 2,
and then now he's
3.
a service dog. He's Bigfoot's service dog.
Exactly.
Sasquatch's service dog.
It's exactly what
But
happened.
it was on the Monday, so it's building up to the pay-per-view at the end of the month. That's why he lost.
Does Dogman all of a sudden get on roids and get buff or something?
Well, Dogman's probably always going to be the heel against Sasquatch.
He's going to be a
everybody loves Sasquatch.
Sasquatch will probably eat him for breakfast.
It's like going back in the day and seeing Ravishing Rick Rude versus Andre the Giant. That's the match right there. You got the build of Rick Rude.
It's just like a flea, flicking a flea off.
You got that right. You got that right. The lovely Enchantress, welcome to our channel. Merry Christmas to you. And Laura Elizabeth, thank you for that amazing super chat. Merry Christmas to you. I know you're planning on coming to Vegas for the Vegas party, April 22nd to 24th, so thank you for that. Lester Taylor, welcome. Merry Christmas to you. Terry Hall, Merry Christmas. And Daryl Zernick, Merry Christmas. Skinwalker wins over Sasquatch and Dogman. Yeah, but he does that voodoo child stuff, man. I don't know. Merry Christmas, Rafaela, over in the Czech Republic.
Just put a third party in there. It's not fair.
I know. Well, hey, sometimes it's a three-way match. Alex Kuhn, Merry Christmas. No. Let's see here. And we're caught up. All right. Here's another question here from Adam. Would Seth Stoshack, or what would Seth Shostak do if a reptoid materialized in front of him? I don't think there's enough toilet paper in the world to cover the mess that Seth Stoshack would make. Thomas?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'll second that.
Or anyone, for that matter.
Oh, yeah, maybe, but you just have to have that eyes open, no fear, kind of take it anything, and just get your mind trained for going and being able to deal with anything. But still, anything like that would pop in front of you you're not ready for, yeah.
Then you get into stealth mode and just start tiptoeing around and checking it out.
What do you think, Adam?
Don't make any sudden movements.
Adam, we want to get your opinion on that. Dirty Filth, how about you?
I'm not sure who this Mr. Shostak is, so I can't really put an opinion on him, but from what I heard, it was pretty comical, so I'm going to have to look into it and possibly draw a cartoon about it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is either, but I love cartoons.
He is a gentleman who used to run the SETI program for NASA, when it used to be involved with NASA, and he was their top scientist to look into space. His whole job was looking for aliens, and he never found one. That's his whole job.
Oh, good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but SETI, they're supposed to look for. They're supposed to look and find nothing. That's their mission.
Right. Exactly. It's not like
to
you got
search and
demoted.
disqualify everything.
Right. That's your job. Is just can I? Is there anything over there? No.
So basically,
Bill Nelson.
That's funny. There's a good hockey reference in there. But,
yeah. Vin Man, how you doing, buddy? Vinny is responsible for all of our logos and the improvement of our look on YouTube. Merry Christmas to you, Vin. Much love to you and everything you do for SOR, buddy. Merry Christmas to you. Bill H., thank you for the awesome super chat. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Who else has joined us here? We're all caught up now. We're all caught up. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's a good time. It's a good time. This was a hard year in UFOs, man. I could not keep up at all.
Just in UFOs. It was only a hard year in UFOs. That's it. But the rest of it was fucking cake.
You know what, though? Didn't the You get the mute button for a little bit. You just get the. You know what? You're pretty. But you're smart. There. I unmuted you now.
SARS.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You just can't fucking do that, okay?
I know.
Come on.
What did you just say? That's fine.
We'll have to change the swear word rules for this show. This show is officially over the age of 18. And, yeah. So, anyways, moving on here. Let's check out where Santa Claus is. Santa Claus is in Texas right now, heading to Post, Texas, after just visiting Amarillo. Or is it Amarillo? I know it's Amarillo. But
Amarillo. Doesn't that mean yellow?
Amarillo. Amarillo, Texas is where?
Amarillo, I'll go with that.
That
is a yellow armadillo. It's an Amarillo.
That is where Luis Elizondo was born.
Yeah. I guess it depends if you're north or south of the border.
That's true. Get it together, girl. Right there.
I'm sorry. I know. I read that. I'm sorry. Sorry.
We're teasing you.
Oh,
now.
Miss, so sorry.
We're teasing you now.
Lester, you can't touch it. Lester was on the live stream with me too.
Very nice.
He knows you can't touch it.
All right. Got to change over. Charge that one up. Get the next one in. How you doing, Dirty Filth?
Not too bad. I'm wondering, Dave.
Yeah.
We got to get some more stuff about the Headless Valley. Like anything. We have to.
We do.
I mean,
Thomas, do you know about the Headless Valley?
God damn it.
No, I don't.
Okay. So up in the Northwest Territories of Canada, Michael Smith, thank you so much for the super chat, Smitty. Really do appreciate that. There was an expedition of explorers that went up there in the 1920s and 30s, and they were never heard from again. So when they sent in a search party to try and find them, they found that their bodies and their heads have been torn off. Not cut off, torn off. And other people from First Nations and other explorers have said, do not go in there. They believe that there is these either wild human beings or wild Sasquatch or some sort of creature in there that will literally rip people's heads off. And there are some real spooky stories about there. And finding information and anybody out there to talk about this subject is extremely difficult. And, like, for instance, the territory will not allow the public to even investigate some of the areas of that park. They will let you camp in other areas that you can't see anything or wander off, but you just can't go in there. And it is so there's all these legends about what is happening. I mean, some of them may not even be true. This is just what we are hearing. Yeah, it's called the Nahanni Valley. Nahanni, otherwise known as the Headless Valley.
Yeah, sounds like a place I don't want to go on vacation. Granted, there are a lot of dormant supervolcanoes up in that area that people don't know about and don't talk about, but I don't think that has anything to deal with geological action. That sounds like more of paranormal action going on.
No, it's very true. It's very true. And you know, the one thing, if I had, and I've said this on paranormal shows before, if I ever had a dream for the paranormal or the supernatural investigators out there, stop going to all the places where everybody always knows about. Every little town in the United States or Canada.
Oh, shit, sorry. Here we go.
What are you doing?
Is that what it's like?
No,
I went to go type and it.
He's got like a super duper soundboard of some sort.
Totally does.
And instead of his horse race,
I used to make video games, so I've got literally thousands of sound effects.
So, anyways,
okay, the secret spots of the haunted universe.
You get the horns for that.
Scared the hell out of me there.
Scared the hell out of me too. It's like shit. It was the trumpet.
It was the race trumpet. Anyway,
yeah.
You know what it sounded like. You heard it.
All right. So Santa's now heading for San Marcos, Texas. heading for San Marcos. Anyways, moving on here. There are all these little towns across Canada and the United States that have these incredible little legends and stories of hauntings, of ghosts, of cryptid creatures. You know, like I just heard one the other day. I had at my daytime office, I had a couple of gentlemen come in, and they were both First Nations from way up in Fort St. John, which is by the Yukon border. And I was talking to him. I said, hey, guys, because I have actually had somebody give me a report of a dogman from that area. And so I asked him about the dogman. They're like, no, I haven't heard about that. But then he goes, but have you heard about the little green men? I said, what the hell are the little green men? Merry Christmas, Jennifer Richardson Elizalde in Houston, Texas, where Santa Claus has just been the last few minutes. And anyways, back to these little green men. Apparently they're 3 to 4 feet tall. They look very vicious. They don't know if they're malevolent or benevolent, but they are seen running around this area of Fort St. John in one of the forests there. And I wanted, like, that's places like 12, 14 hours north of me. I want to go there, man. I want to check that out. Like all of these little legends that are out there, and we're doing nothing with them, man, because we have to go back to Waverly Hills for the 389th television show that's filmed there, or Gettysburg, or Alcatraz, or we have to go to Roswell. How many more friggin' shows do we need on Roswell that tell us the exact same thing from the exact same people telling the exact same information they've uncovered? Where is the creativity?
And now it's Geico's Motorcycle Rules of the Road. Before you ride, make sure your mirrors are clean and adjusted properly. And if you're going on a group ride, make sure the lead biker knows where they're going.
Ed, quick question. Where are you taking us?
Oh, I have no idea. Well, am I the leader? Because I was following that dude with the red helmet. Where is he?
And the rule to saving on motorcycle insurance is, in 15 minutes, Geico could save you 15% or more.
Shop Mattress Firm's year-end sale and put an end to junk sleep. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $4.99 value. Or shop top-selling brands and get up to 50% off select mattresses, like Sealy twin mattresses starting at $224.99 or Serta twin mattresses at $349.99. And shop with confidence thanks to our low price guarantee. Only at Mattress Firm. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
That's what I want.
It doesn't seem like anybody wants to ever look into anything besides what's already there. It's an easy couple bucks or whatever,
But that's exactly it. Like look at David here. Check out Shapeshifter Trail out by Marysville. Which Marysville? Every state has a Marysville.
Yes, that's in BC.
There's one in Washington too.
Yeah, I thought Washington.
That's that video I shared with you, Dave.
Yeah?
On the waterfall. On the waterfall there where he was filming it, and it like blended in. I'll have to, if I can make sure, we'll get it sent to you, don't worry.
Oh, here's a good comment by Comstock Trails and Tales. You don't have to be creative. People don't remember. True. Very true.
It's true.
The Grinch is dirty filth. Don't smile, Amy, according to Lester.
Whatever, dude.
Yes. No justice, no peace. Are you familiar with the Van Meter incident? Thomas?
Actually, I'm not.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm not either. Van Meter incident.
I know the Von Trapp incident.
Okay, 1903, this town, Van Meter, was visited from a winged monster. Okay, so apparently this Van Meter monster had people shouldering shotguns blasting away at an 8-foot winged creature with a 4-head horn that cast a beam of light, panicked citizens, and yeah, this thing looks like a pterodactyl with a friggin' laser beam on its frickin' head.
Frickin' laser beam pterodactyl. Well, that's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's some serious stuff. 1900's got all the good stuff. Seriously. They got all the good stuff. Filth, that's a good topic for us to try and bring up on the show one night.
Animation?
Pterodactyls with laser beams?
Frickin' laser beams on their frickin' heads.
Yeah.
Dude, animation is where it's at. That would be great.
That reminds me of the place I need to go to as soon as my immune system freaking allows me to in the Southwest with his name's Kyoto Tirodirani and Ted Rowe and some other scientists who are going to go down with me to go ahead and see this place. It's on an Indian reservation that only certain people, you have to, know people who know people to get there. And it's a place that has an unbelievable experience with the phenomena where it'll probably make me want to shit my pants to a degree,
dude.
but it's something that I am more than ready to go ahead and do.
Davey is so coming with you on that one, man.
Oh, yeah. I need to go there.
Hi, 405er. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Philo Fire, :3. I don't know what the :3 is for. Apparently, according to No Justice, No Peace, this thing kept on flying in and out of a cave. Here's Johnny Music. Look how tight that beard and mustache
Johnny
combination.
Music, look at him.
Look at that bearded.
What?
That is a gorgeous hoodie, too.
Hey, guys.
Look at that hoodie.
And he's got a portal to another dimension behind him.
Look how high.
Is it a bearded dragon?
That hair is fantastic, too. Look how evenly coiffed that is. Beautiful.
Very
Beautiful.
toy. Very toy.
Very nice. Very nice.
You guys are hilarious. How are you tonight?
Good. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, to all of you. Yeah, definitely. What's going on?
What is a Christmas tradition at the Johnny Music house or you grew up with?
Oh, when I was a kid, yeah, I'm getting older now. When I was a kid, nothing. Just Christmas lights in the house, beautiful Christmas tree that my mom would put up, just haphazardly with millions of different decorations that don't even match up right, but I loved it. I would sit there all night and watch the tree. Right after Thanksgiving, every night I would just stay up till really late at night. I loved just watching the Christmas lights. And my family was not really religious, but I love all the Christmas traditions, the music, the food, the gifts, the lights. I loved all of it. Just a kid growing up in that, I really liked it a lot. What about you, Dave? What about you guys?
Well, we already answered that. Yeah. You're the new guy here.
I might also add that tomorrow there's going to be 1,000 cabbage rolls eaten at my mom's house. Just saying.
Oh,
cabbage rolls.
Those are homemade.
We're going to put a hole in the ozone layer in Alberta.
Nice.
Is there corned beef involved in that?
Is it being made in a giant pot of sauce?
That's confidential information that I can't share with anybody outside the family.
Is there corned beef involved?
No, not in Alberta ones.
No.
The last time I ate cabbage rolls, I don't know. I mean, actually, no. I think I know a couple people that still make it, but I don't know. I used to hang out with some girls that were from Poland. They were from Poland. They ate a lot of cabbage, like stuffed cabbage, and I used to date a few Russian and Ukrainian women back in the day, and they loved stuffed cabbage with sour cream on the side.
Oh yeah,
you're like those Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, I dated. I hung out with a lot of Russians and Eastern Europeans. I can speak a little Russian too. I understand a little bit of it, and they eat a lot of cabbage and a lot of sour cream. It was delicious. It was totally different than the food I grew up with because I grew up in here in the United States, but it's good.
My grandmother was from near Krakow in Szwedzwani, Poland. So we had all the good Polish foods as a kid growing up.
Really?
Santa Claus is making his
So I guess I should say to you, Kakosi. It means how are you?
Nice.
We want to say hello to Oob to Joe's Maine. You've got elves for Christmas. Space Cow, thank you so much for the kind super chat. Merry Christmas, Dave. We're going to make 2021 memorable for UFO Nuts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your love and support of SOR throughout the year. We're just kicking back here. If you're just listening in, kicking back, enjoying the night. No justice, no peace. I put up Dirty Filth's email. You can send the video to him on the Van Meter Monster. We definitely want to get a show on that. Definitely want to get a show on that. National Memorial, welcome. Yeah. You know what sucks about not going home for Christmas is I don't get to try any of my grandmother's pierogies, homemade. Oh. Yeah. Her
pierogies? Wait a second. Is your family Eastern European too, or what?
Oh, I'm fully Russian. Ukrainian, man. Full-on Ukrainian.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, man.
I can't speak the language.
Pierogies and vodka.
No, can't speak the language, but, yeah.
I guess I should say очень хорошо. That means very good.
Means nothing to me, man. I know nothing.
Ukrainian people. There's tons of Ukrainian people around town here in the southeast, and they're really awesome people. I love all of those Eastern Europeans. They're so much fun to party with. They love to live life. They don't let anything bother them. They're very humble and down to earth. Extremely intelligent. Very entrepreneurial. Very fashionable.
The women are very strong.
The women are drop dead gorgeous, genetically blessed, and they're very fashionable. And they're just, when they like a guy, they come right after you. You don't have to ask them their phone number. They come up to you and they ask for your phone number. I love that.
Hi, Eva. Merry Christmas to you. And I think we're caught up on everybody here. And now we got the dating show with Johnny Music.
Yeah.
He likes them Amazonians.
Game Vet. Let's see here. Why is it? I don't know. I can find out for you. Game Vet. Merry Christmas to you. Let's see here. I want to materialize, Adam here. I want to materialize a landing of a craft. What can I do? What you have to do, man, is you have to manifest it through contact, through your consciousness.
But they're not like a spirit that you can manifest or bring here. You just gotta communicate and make that connection and make them want to come. But it's nothing you can go ahead and say, I summon you, when they show up.
No, that's true. That is true. You can summon them.
Isn't that what Stephen Greer does? Just shows up, he's like, I got my tight shirt, my big bulge in my
shows
pants,
up and there's a lot of money around.
Pardon me, Dave. My sky lasers. Oh boy.
I don't know what happened to Stephen Greer later on. I'm not going to judge him. I'm not going to be judgmental, but I know that the first few years he was in it, I'm sure we all know. What was it, from 1994 all the way until when? Until 2007, 2009. During those first years, he just changed the game. We all owe him a debt of gratitude.
He's like a small town preacher who became a televangelist and then went on to be the head of Scientology.
I never thought about it like that.
That is a great analogy.
That's probably the best way to put it.
That is a great analogy.
Thanks, Dave.
Have you guys ever watched the entire 2001 press conference in D.C., though? Have you watched it ever from beginning to end?
No.
To be honest, I've never known that was a thing.
That was probably the most important thing that's ever happened in the UFO disclosure movement, bar none, worldwide. And it's on YouTube still. And that's all due to Stephen Greer. So like I said, people hate on him on a daily basis. I'm not going to get into any of that. They just pile on him as much as possible. But what he did in 2001, I've never seen anybody be able to pull some shit like that off ever since then. Nobody has brought so many military people on camera and basically said aliens, interdimensionals, whatever, non-humans most importantly, are here, and they've been here, and the government's known about it for decades. He pulled that off, and 2 weeks after that, 9/11 happened. It got buried in the news, and nobody ever talked about it again.
He's just... He got too involved in the money and the dosh, and he got too used to that big, funds coming in for what it was, and he just, money corrupts a lot at a lot of different levels, I hate to say, and he's just not who he was. Just like a lot of things change over time, and you can't judge people today on who they were 10, 20 years ago. You got to look at them realistically for what they're doing now and judge them based on that.
I feel you, but I still think people should give him more credit for what he did do in the beginning to set all this stuff off. Him and Bob Lazar, they started all this in 1989, 1994, 2001. They just blew the lid right off.
I will say this about Stephen Greer: he will never appear on this show, ever. And let me tell you why.
Why do you say it like that?
This is a gentleman, when I put in a media request to him to come on Spaced Out Radio a couple years ago, he demanded to know all of my statistics, how many listeners I had, what was the breakdown between men and women. Would I provide a list of questions that he would have that we would go through in the interview, and then he asked me to be paid.
Yeah.
And I said, I am a professional journalist. I have never, ever given money to somebody for an interview, and I'm not going to start with you. I rescind my request to interview you. And I said, that's too bad that my 6 radio stations are not going to be able to hear you. And I left it at that. So that is the big reason why. He is not here for the message. He is here for the money. And unless it's somebody whom he can get popularity from, example, him going on the Logan Paul podcast, and they have millions of followers, or hanging out with Demi Lovato and be where regular people who are trying to find answers are no, Dave did not get butthurt, Iscarol. Let's not start bullshit in the chat room right now. There's nothing butthurt about that. It's called being professional. You don't pay for an interview. All right?
No.
So just subscriptions.
Let's not start with that.
No special interest stuff.
But the idea behind it is that you got people paying $3,500, $2,500 to go to his CE5 courses, and the one person who can afford it all, he lets in for free because he knows she has 104 million combined subscribers and followers on social media. And that's dirty to me. That's dirty to me. So
it's filthy, mate. Filthy.
Well, what about something positive that happened today? The repost that Kurt Jaimungal did. That scientist, Professor Brian, I don't know his last name, but I saw him months before. He was extremely skeptical of anything that could be non-human. He was just laughing it off, completely dismissive with him, and I think he's friends possibly with Eric Weinstein. But today, it seems like he's been shown some stuff because he and Kurt Jaimungal seem to be all in on the non-human phenomenon. In comparison, not compared to us, but in comparison to how they were before. And Jim Simivan was really laying it on, and Tom DeLonge was kind of dialed it back.
Right
actually,
back, guys.
He was being more vague.
Thomas, you run the show here for a minute. I'll be right back.
He's going to get his snow. So yeah, it's an interesting situation. Greer is always an interesting person to go ahead and bring up and talk about, whether it's what he used to be, who he is today, and everything that he could have been. I'm sure it's a disappointment for everyone who's in this chat and everyone who's listening on this as viewers right now. I always, no one ever wants to see someone who you hold high up in a position and you put them in a high regard for what they've done, just to see them go ahead and twist and go into a different place. Wagon breath. I'm sure you, like all of us here, probably saw Stephen Greer in a certain light for a period of time. What pulled you out of it?
I can't say because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Stephen Greer?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, John, how about you?
You're talking about what?
Where was the point when you started questioning what Stephen Greer's intentions were, where he is in his modern day persona versus who he used to be?
What was the point when I started to see that he changed in me?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact date. I can't pinpoint because I never met him in person. But I noticed that he went a lot more towards CE5 and the esoteric side, which is fine. We all know that is you know, almost certainly real, but he went way down that route and stopped doing the trying to get disclosure out and about, you know, admitted with the non-disclosure, you know, the disclosure movement and everything like he was doing in the early 2000s. There was a point when he stopped doing that. Maybe it happened sometime after he had those meetings with, you know, having all those dealings with Admiral Davis and all that. I mean, it could have been right after. Maybe somebody told him. Maybe somebody warned him or told him something or told him to back down and go a different route. Who knows? None of us were there in person to actually see what happened.
Yeah.
But that's why when I talk about him, I only talk about the stuff he did in the early years. I don't talk about the recent stuff. I just talk about the good things that we all love that he did in the very early years when I was just in high school. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Phil, how about yourself?
Well, same with John. I only heard about. I was really into the beginning of what he had talked about. He's like, "Oh, I'm a doctor," and all this stuff happened. Pardon me.
Trauma doctor from New York, from North Carolina, right? I mean, he quit all that to do this. That's a huge pay cut. Now, I don't know about now, but back then, I mean, quitting being a trauma doctor, to chase UFOs, that's a huge pay cut. He has a family to take care of, a big family.
He doesn't have a family to take care of. He's single. His name is he has a handle on Manhunt called DC Muscle Wolf. Look it up. Yes, really. He's not as straight as an arrow. He's as gay as a screen door on a submarine.
So when I was hearing that he had children and possibly grandchildren, that was not correct.
Maybe from a marriage at one time in his past.
Yeah, from the past. No, I'm not today. I mean, back then in the early years, I know he had a family. But
Cheers, everybody!
Oh, you got the snow. Nice,
fresh snow
filled.
Fresh.
I'm thinking about cracking open a burr myself.
Fresh snow and Fireball.
Oh God, that's gonna be nice.
Fireball, fresh snow.
God. I'm totally gonna crack open a winter lager.
Well,
yeah.
Let me know, Dave.
Someone was asking when you were gone, Dave. Dave, what do you think about John Lear?
I think he was relevant in the Bob Lazar days, and then between his bad case of gout and some other issues, Iscarel, nobody gets paid for interviews. No, we don't pay anybody, and anybody you hear on the air, nobody gets paid. You do get paid for conferences.
Actually, Dave sent me a cold slice of pizza in the mail.
I did.
So I did get paid for this interview.
Yeah, cold slice.
He sent it previously.
Oh, my God. Let's see here. Let me get...
Unfortunately, I'm more submersed in politics than I am in UFOs these days. Although, trust me, I've done my fair share of honing in on UFOs and space and everything. But I don't know, the current climate just has me sort of... Anyway.
You got to reel it in, man. Reel it in.
I know, man.
The gorgeous Avi May, welcome to Spaced Out Radio. And who else has joined us late here?
Other than that, does anybody have any weird, terribly obscure UFO stories, or even like Sasquatch stories, or anything like that they want to talk about?
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe even like the Yowie or something. Like the Australian Sasquatch.
It's not my fault I've never been visited. Like the...
Oh, you almost dropped another one right there.
But I stopped myself, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
I said...
Merry Christmas, Jam and Shaman. Welcome to our chat room. Tater Peel, how you doing? Welcome back. Let's see who else has joined us here. We are caught up. We are caught up. Oh, hey, Clam. Oh, hey, Clam. How's the Clam Squatch? Yeah, I would love to get somebody to talk about the rock ape stories of Vietnam, too. That would be very good.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
Have you guys seen the new, there's 3 episodes out already of the Need to Know podcast episodes for the first season with Ross Coulthard and Bryce Zabel?
I haven't checked it out yet. That's going to be a good show, though.
Yeah, I watched the first 2, and the third one has just been put up on Twitter today. The link, it's on YouTube now. It's about 45 minutes long. Episode 3 is out now. So they go pretty deep into it. It should should be pretty good.
Well, what do you got there, Mr. Fessler?
This is a pre-made eggnog from Costco, mixed with some Costco vodka.
Hold on.
Hey, you got a $20 super chat coming in, Dave, from Tater
Man,
Peel.
I gotta get a drink now.
Oh, thank you,
Thomas
Tater.
isn't driving anywhere tomorrow.
Appreciate that, Tater. Thank you so much for the love and support. Let's see here. Tater. That is awesome. And hello to Chris Moe. Merry Christmas. Good morning to you in Austria. Good morning, or good evening, gorgeous Jenny. Merry Christmas to you. And let's see here.
That is a $20 super chat. Does that deserve chips, Dave?
Yes. Do you have chips?
We want to thank Tater Peel for that $20 super chat. Thanks, Tater. It's $20 goes a long way in Canadian, especially because it's United States. So that's about $26 Canadian. That's a good one, Dave.
Well, that's like $900 Canadian.
900 Canadian right there. 900 Canadian. Let's see here.
Yeah, you paid for all the delivery for Dave's wood for his wood fire to just to fire up the computer that he uses. It's Canada.
It's wood powered.
It's a wood fired computer.
That's right.
He lives on the top of a mountain. What else do you expect?
As well it should be.
Trucks can't get up there.
Oh, with the right tires, they can get anywhere.
Tars. You gotta call
He's
them
mostly
tars.
reluctant about his Sasquatch stories. He's like, I just seen them as they were leaving. It's because they were bringing everything up there to the top of the mountain where he is, and
yeah,
Got it.
Yep.
Where did you come up with the Chips theme song to do that, man?
There was a guy who actually went and recreated the Chips theme song.
Yeah.
And Reed put it together on YouTube, and it was so perfect. And you sent it through the what do you call? I just like some of the old synth music and stuff. People doing the recreations for some of the old songs, and it was just so good. I tried to get it, and I threw it through the uploaded it to YouTube, and it failed copyright. So I'm good at then basically taking that song and then moving it forward a beat or two.
Are you good at guessing what people want? This year, stop guessing and give them what they want. From burgers to video games to ripped jeans. They pick their gift from some of their favorite brands with a choice gift card from giftcards.com. It's genius.
Whatever business you're in, growth isn't just about getting bigger. At ADP, we believe it's about getting stronger by turning data into insights so you can build teams that work as teams. By using our AI technology to help catch payroll errors before they're errors. And by keeping ahead of thousands of changing regulations so you can keep ahead of everything else. ADP helps businesses like yours grow stronger every day. ADP, HR talent, time, and payroll.
Moving forward a beat or two until you can get an overlay where the song still sounds recognizable, even better than the original, but it doesn't get flagged as a copyright because it's an original piece.
Right. Awesome.
But I grew up with Chips.
Oh yeah.
And I actually met John Poncherello when I was working at Walt Disney Interactive. He ran a software company out of Burbank at the time.
Oh wow.
And he came in to visit one time. So,
did you get the autograph?
I did not get the autograph.
Damn.
You weren't supposed to ask
the
talent when they came through for autographs.
I remember when I worked in radio and I was covering the Canucks. I'm going down the stairwell down to the to just head outside for some fresh air. And who do I run in on that stairwell? Joe Perry from Aerosmith. And I'm like, damn. I ran into so many movie stars and athletes. Probably the biggest one was one during one game. We all had to get proper identification and accreditation through the Canadian CSIS because Queen Elizabeth had attended a hockey game, and so we all had to, here we are with our media passes, but no, we had to go in there and CSIS is there, and we had to, get all of our actual accreditation with driver's license and all sorts of ID to get so we could cover the game. She was only there for like one period, but it's kind of funny because when the Queen is in the building, they do not allow the players to fight or hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of interesting.
Short, three shortest that I've met. First one was Arnold Jackson from Different Strokes. Second one was Lucille Bliss, who actually played the part of Smurfette. She was small, this big head of hair, almost like Phyllis Diller, and she would just, she was wearing a blue freaking foil suit, and she dropped down into the "That's so Smurfy, Papa" Smurf voice all the time and just giggle and everything. It was hilarious. Next person was Whoopi Goldberg and Billy Crystal, a lot shorter than you would think, but then on a taller side, Sean Connery. Man, he was tall.
Wow. I had Ben Roethlisberger sit beside me in the press box one time. He was a mountain of a man. And then one day, we had all heard this rumor that Christina Aguilera was going to be coming to the Canucks game that night. And so here I am. I'm at one end of the press box, and I'm walking back to my seat after talking to one of my buddies at the other end. And this massive, like 6'5", 400-pound bodyguard is walking right towards me, and here's this like 98-pound Christina Aguilera right behind her. So I got a hello from her. I was pretty happy about that, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. One story I got to hang out the longest with was Fred Savage from the Wonder Years. We're both flying back from San Francisco on a flight back to L.A., and we're both pretty much the same age, and we got to hang out with him and talk for a good hour and a half. It was cool.
Did he have the mole?
Yeah.
Austin Powers, the mole?
Not Austin Powers, that was Fred Savage.
Yes,
did he have the mole?
Yeah, Fred Savage played the mole.
Did he?
On Goldmember. He hasn't done anything since. Disciple Will, welcome to the show. Let's see who else we have here. No justice, no peace. Are we familiar with the beast of Javoden or Gavoden? Filth? Get on it.
Well, the beast of Javoden is a highly venomous avian creature. It usually flies up from above and attacks its victims from the previously said area. Nonetheless, once they become numbed with the poison of the Javoden poison, oh boy. I mean, venom.
Are you okay?
Venom is injected. Yes. Venom is injected. So once it's numbed from that, it then proceeds to bring it to the nearest place the nearest Santa Claus. Thanks, Dave.
Hey, by the way, look.
And then it drops it off in there, and then some kid wakes up in the morning, and it's like, what's with this weird creature? And there's this weird secretions coming out of it, and then the child gets sick, and it's like, what happens? They end up becoming a superhero.
Hey, Filth, go look out your window right now. Santa Claus is in Edmonton, man, in like 25 seconds.
In Edmonton?
Yeah, you know where that is, right?
The creature secretes presents, at least.
Dirty Filth is in Edmonton. Yeah, that's where he lives. Hey, Grant Roger and Cornell, Merry Christmas. How's the snow? Are you ready for the cold spell? Because it's supposed to get down to minus 32 Celsius this weekend. Yes. I'm so happy about that. Oh, yes.
Son of a gun, it's... Wow, it's actually snowing out here again.
Come to my house, man.
I want snow. It's not fair.
Come to
it's too warm in Jersey for snow.
Now he's in Fort McMurray.
Actually...
stopping for some oil. My God, he's coming up to BC next.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Filth right there. Somebody laughing. Oh, let's see here. Where are we here, Santa Claus? Let's get your direction turned around here. I want to see where you are. Oh, Flat Lake, Athabasca County. Look at this. He's right in this area here where he's going into the Northwest Territories. This is where, way up in this area, where the Nahanni Valley is. Oh, that's nice. Oh, no, he's still in Alberta. This is near Cold Lake now. Over here is where I am. Oh, look at me. No, not that way. I'm over here. I'm like way over there.
So look at it.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Did it hit Jersey yet?
He's way past Jersey, man. He was in Jersey like an hour and a half ago.
Well, where the hell are my presents then? That's what I want to know.
You're not asleep.
I don't care. Then they should be on my doorstep or something, like Amazon does.
Jazz Ramblings,
Just
how are you?
kidding.
Merry Christmas. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Fast Hemi, Merry Christmas. Jason's asking, Dave, what did you ask Santa to bring you? I ask for a watch and socks every year. I'm very easy to shop for. Watch and socks. Oh, he's in Cold Lake, Alberta right now. That's the big military base, Thomas. That whole military base area is bigger than what's the one in Nevada? Where
Area 51?
Yeah, no, but the entire base.
Nellis?
Nellis, yeah. It's bigger than Nellis. Little Marky Spender is wondering what's the best recipe for reindeer. No, we're not shooting reindeer tonight, man. Chris Holm, how are you? Merry Christmas.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yep. And
Walking home from our house.
Christmas Eve.
You can say there's no such thing as Santa.
But as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Chris Holm, Merry Christmas to you. The gorgeous D. Swiger, Merry Christmas. I can't believe we got 139 people watching tonight.
How about that?
That's actually kind
for
of
a show without a topic. That's killer, Dave.
I know. We never do this.
This is the most fun ever.
We're not talking about non-humans anymore then, huh?
Oh, we'll always
Maybe
Linda Godfrey has apparently been battling some health issues, and that's why she has been silent. That's all I know. I haven't talked to her about it. People closer to her than I am have talked to her, and that's all where we're going to leave that at, because I don't want to stir anything up there. Linda Godfrey is a queen in this field. A queen.
Positive vibes out.
Absolutely.
Right.
Santa there. Where's the airport here? Let's see if we can find the airport. So there's
Hey,
Cold
Dave.
Lake. Yes.
What do you think, on a little bit of a different note, about, do you ever read the articles on the Warzone at the Drive website?
Oh, who doesn't?
Sometimes. Depends on what it is.
The recent article from Tyler Rogaway about UFOs and drones.
Are you talking about the one that was going on with regards to the battle group in where was it, the off the west coast of LA that had UAP going after him for weeks?
I don't know if it's that particular event, but he's just kind of making fun of him and basically saying that the U.S. government military is acting like it's UFOs when they know it's just adversary countries' drones, and low-end drones at that. I guess he hasn't watched any of the interviews with Commander Fravor or any of the other interviews with Christopher Mellon or Lou Elizondo, because adversary drones can't bounce around like a ping pong ball and go from 80,000 or more feet down to zero and basically instantaneously.
Oh my God! Blaming it on China's drones sounds like a moron to me, Dave.
He's saying our biggest problem is drones.
Very moronic. Yeah. No, you know what? We got to get over this whole drone thing. Okay, it's the same thing with, as much as I love the bill with Senator Gillibrand, I mean, now we're getting back into adversarial threats and everything, and excuse me. We're way past the threat narrative. We are way past the drone narrative. People have already come out. Even Bill Nelson from NASA has come out and said extraterrestrials. Okay, we got to just stop with the bullshit and just get right to the point. Everybody wants to play games. That's the big thing right there. Everybody wants to play games. And nobody wants to take accountability for what is really going on, because nobody wants to be that first person who says, we got aliens. Nobody wants that on their resume because they're corrupt.
I do.
Well, you do, and I do. Thank you, Chris Holm, for a wonderful super chat. Merry Christmas to you. It's a great way to support what we do on this show. I should give a shout-out to everybody here. Pardon me. I've been rude tonight. Thomas, Dry Toast, Phil, Steam Train Mark, Millennium, Mennonite Abe, Dirt Road, Ed Clater, Kira, Filth, Jan, Tim, Laura, Bill, Michael, Smithy, Space Cow, Tater, David S., and Chris Holm. Thank you so much for the super chats tonight. Really do appreciate that. Love and support. But, like everybody now, Tom, we're going backwards, man. Jazz, thank you so much for your allowance.
Yeah, it's like he's purposefully, on purpose, ignoring all the admissions and leaks and accounts that have come out over the past few years, or somebody's bribed him, paid him off, or threatened him to say that. Because if he does a 5 minutes of research, he'll come to the conclusion that a lot of it is non-human in origin. 5 minutes of research is all it takes.
Thank you, Gorgeous Wagon Breath, for your amazing super chat, even though you're on mute.
I know, I muted myself.
Right back to you. Right back to you.
I was trying to be quiet.
Yes, I know. John, you got a good point on that, though. You got a good point in regards to that. But, I mean, goddamn, we got to stop going backwards. I'm so sick
They're trying to go backwards, yeah.
You know,
the Air Force is, especially the Air Force.
Yeah, they want this all shut down immediately.
Where the hell are we now?
Yeah, they never wanted to let anything out, but the thing is, once you let this genie out of the bottle, and the information is flowing, and we know about what's in our sky and everything, good luck trying to shove that back in the bottle again. It's not going to happen.
I think these people that are trying to keep it nuts and bolts, keep it strictly human, they don't like the fact that deep down they kind of know it's non-human, and they know that the UFO movement has gone way past UAP. We're into abductions and genetic manipulation and hybrid beings now. We've gone 10 steps beyond them, so they want to dial it way back.
Hey, John, look in the mirror. We are the hybrids. You know that missing link they talk about? It's the ETs. Right. Let's be real about it. Now, if they're taking it beyond that, hey, cool. But hey, they started this a while ago, potentially.
Yeah, I think they did. They've been genetically manipulating us from the beginning, but I think after World War II, they turned it up a notch and accelerated it at a rate that is very fast, faster than ever for a number of reasons. Yeah. I've been talking about that on other channels a lot. And I don't think the Air Force wants to get into missing people, missing hikers, hunters, and missing children. If they get into that would be really, God knows what would happen.
Pam McSee saying Dirty Filth is out looking for reindeer poop after Santa flew over Edmonton. Hey, look at Rob Heatherly is here.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Merry Christmas to you, Rob.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, Rob.
Merry
What's
Christmas.
up?
Thank you.
Your camera's not on. Is that intended?
Yeah, kind of.
No, that's fine.
Mucho Nintendo.
We see enough as it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, Rob just texted me some interesting articles about vasculitis that I'm dealing with. That comes from the other thing that I got before, and I was like, "Hey, we're over on Spaced Out Radio. Why don't you stop in?"
Yeah, we appreciate that. Hanging on out tonight. Hanging on out. It's Christmas Eve. We're 2 hours into this already.
It's great.
We are 2 hours in.
Amazing stamina.
Hey, we got to do something.
Absolutely.
Got to do something. But getting back to the whole threat narrative thing that's going on, I mean, I am just so sick of that. I really am. You know, like, let's face it, guys. If the aliens could if they'd been here a long time, let's just be honest, they wouldn't wait for us to advance to take over this planet.
No. But they might want to keep us from destroying the planet.
That I agree with.
Right.
That I agree
with. And I think if they did try and attempt to dial back on the nuclear weapons and stuff, and then if it were resisted by a country, I wouldn't want to be that country. Like Jacques Vallée said, there's a control system in place. Whether you want to think it's advanced beings, gods, both, whatever, we just really don't know. At the end of the day, there's nothing definitive to prove it. But throughout history, this has been in place, and we've had war among the gods before to fight for the future of what they thought was best for humanity. So I think we're at a tipping point again in the known history of humanity that I think has a lot to do with the nuclear armaments that we've got.
Very true. Very true.
If they wanted to, one thing that we haven't talked about enough is not just all of what Rob is saying and a lot of the missing people. The numbers are staggering if you just go research it. But if you just look at the fact that they obviously have the technology to stop all the bad things going on Earth if they want to. They could cure all our diseases, get rid of all of our pollution, get rid of every weapon on Earth. So all that we have left is a fork and a spoon and a butter knife. They could do that with nanotechnology, but they haven't. They haven't got rid of people murdering each other, people assaulting each other, war. They haven't done that. So that makes some people question their real motives and intentions because they could have done that and they chose not to.
If you look at the most ancient of humanity, and I'm not trying to inject any particular theology into this, but if you give humankind the right to free will, where do you draw that line with imposing, as a parent with your children, you put them out to play? Where do you draw that line, in determination of allowing them to work out their own path? And, there may be a parallel in the fall of the Garden of Eden, which may not be literal. It could be philosophical or metaphorical, that something happened, that this was not the natural course for humanity, but something took a turn that wasn't natural for us. And we're paying the consequence of something that happened in antiquity. You don't have to buy into the Adam and Eve story, but something took place way deep in antiquity of human, as a species that changed the outcome, it seems. And we've been left to our own determination. And after the last flood, because before that, we did have gods dwelling among men. There were, little g gods and temples that enslaved different populations, and these different factions fought it out and decided that's not the way we're going to let humanity play out. So, it got rebooted, and evidently, whatever they are, they weren't powerful enough to stop the comet impacts, or CMEs, or a little bit of both, probably, because it's an average of about every 3,000 years we get a major impact. This is 5,000 years unprecedented for humanity to have gone without a major cataclysm that sets us on the brink of extinction. And that's why we've been able to progress in the industrial age that we have as never before, because this is the longest run we've had in history that we've been allowed to flourish.
And if you look at what Ray Kurzweil is saying, the technological leaps forward are right now, it is not linear, it's exponential. So if they give us even 1,000 more years, we'll probably be so advanced, we'll basically be extinction proof. But you're right, they could have gotten rid of all those extinction events. They could have stopped the asteroids and comets from hitting, but they didn't.
But John, it's not about getting extinction proof. It's about being able to have a seed, have a civilization where you can have an offshoot up from it that can go onto the bottom of the oceans and be able to be resilient. So if the impact events happen or the different cataclysmic events from the sun come and take place, that there's an ability for the civilization to go ahead and be able to survive beyond the cataclysmic events from one to the next to the next. And what we may be dealing with here is not a civilization that's from another planet, that may be something that could be a couple 100,000 years, if not maybe even older than that, that's been on this planet for a long time. We just don't have the clarity that maybe the people in Washington do.
Once,
yeah, as long as they just admit it's non-human in origin, I'll be happy. I don't know about you guys, but interdimensional or alien or ultra-terrestrial or like people
Ancient
say,
terrestrial.
or all three. Yeah, or ancient terrestrial or all three plus spiritual with these orbs. It could be 4. Yeah. But as long as they admit it's non-human in origin, that's what they need to do first. That's the very tip of the iceberg.
I think there's different factions and different orders that we've been veiled from all of it directly, because you look at all the pushes that we've got in that collective consciousness of Resumer, what's his name, that mathematician around 1900, Ramanujan from India, and
he was from India, and he learned a lot. He was inspired by even earlier Russian mathematician. I forgot the Russian
and he
guy's
said
name.
he didn't originate it. It was pushed to him in his mind, just like Tesla and the first emperor of China that was pushed. The first emperor of China received a whole set of laws of the written language. I mean, he got the whole download of how to run a civilization from start to finish.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here, guys. I want to say Merry Christmas to the ladies from That One Time I Was Abducted by Aliens. Thank you, Obi Flett, for the amazing super chat. Sorry, we're just kind of cutting through here, guys, and cutting into the conversations here to say hello to everybody, because this is a little bit of a different show tonight for all of us, and I'm kind of excited because Santa Claus is getting closer to my town, man, and I'm going to be I'm not going to lie, I am so getting friggin' pumped up here. Getting pumped up here. I know you guys don't care. I care. You know, we're right on the BC-Alberta border.
That's because your brother's coming, your long-lost brother.
You just hush there, lady, because he skipped your house because you've been bad this year.
There it is, Dave. He's already gone over me.
Yeah, well, he's in Jasper National Park right now. Hold on, let's see if we can...
he lobs it over to Edmonton. Don't worry about that. He doesn't want to actually show up in Edmonton.
Nobody wants to show up in Edmonton, man.
No. You get a complimentary stat-proof vest when you show up in Edmonton. Just like when you go to Surrey.
Look at those beautiful Rocky Mountains right there. Beautiful Rocky
glorious.
Mountains. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you've ever been there, it's majestic.
Oh, dude. There's
when you're little tiny, like me at Hot Springs, and you think you're in a big area.
Oh, stop for a second.
And when you see the rest of the mountains, all you can see is, like, it's tiny compared to all the mountains that are actually there.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go north of where Santa Claus is going, way north to northwest. That's where the Nahanni Valley is.
And that's where
we need to go. That's where Alex...
Bundling home and car insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. But who? They may drop little hints like...
Beautiful day out. Even more beautiful since we saved by bundling our home and car insurance with Geico.
Or...
Yard work is hard. Much harder than bundling with Geico, which was easy.
Or it may be even subtler, like...
Speaking of burgers, we bundled our home and car insurance with Geico and saved a bunch of money.
Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're going to sold.
Pop stars with auto-tune. And dentists with asking questions.
So, how did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
Miss Dredden needs to go. Why is he going to Africa? Why doesn't he go up there?
Yeah.
Probably
that's
too
where there's
cold
actually
for him.
multiple dormant supervolcanoes up there too, but just no one realizes.
Oh, dude, my entire town, dude, is a dormant volcano. It's been dormant for 1 million years. And
wow, Dave, I sent you.
Is that true? There's a lot of Sasquatch up around the Nahanni Valley and other cryptids and other very, very disturbing phenomena. Is that right, Filthy?
Yeah, I'm way up here. This is
and there's a plateau that the Utes and another tribe have been fighting over. Part of the ones that were in Skinwalker also were there's a sacred plateau within the Rocky Mountains in Colorado there.
I love the names. Oh, he's heading right into the Kootenays. He's going to Cranbrook right now. Good beer there in Cranbrook. Neil Vaughn, welcome to SOR Chat. Excalibur, Merry Christmas to you. Yes, I should mention Las Vegas, April 22nd to 24th. We're going to be having the SOR Vegas party where everybody except certain people are invited.
Well, if they show up, you just show them the door.
Yeah, we're just going to ask them to leave.
I'm not invited.
You're invited.
I'm on the do not invite list.
No, you are on the invite list. Hey, Gorgeous Larry, Merry Christmas to you. And so, anyways, Vegas, April 22nd to 24th. We're just planning everything out. We may add an addition to this. Lynn Wallington and I were talking today as Santa Claus enters into, I believe that's Montana or Idaho. And that's kind of cool. And so what we're going to be doing is we are going to be having a good party there, and we may actually broadcast live from Vegas. Now, they aren't going to be regular type shows that you would hear, but we're going to maybe rent a conference room and kind of go from there.
Dave, I hate to say this, if you're going up to Vegas and you know you're going to be up there, take another day or one of the times you can. Stephen Barone from UFOs Over Vegas, he's going and videoing UFOs from his place near Summerlin, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's not that far from downtown. And I'd be more than happy to introduce you to him. Maybe you can get him on for your show.
Yeah, we got to get him on the show. I meant to have him on the show.
Amazing guy.
But, yeah, what we're going to do is we're thinking about, Lynn and I are thinking, and we're going to include the guys from UFO Garage. And, Thomas, if you're able to make it down, we'll put you up on stage, too. But we're going to invite some friends over, and we're going to literally do, a couple-hour shows that we'll put on YouTube. We're thinking about this. We have to just figure it all out. And I'm going to invite some friends up, and we'll do a live conference. Not conference per se, but a live radio show where we'll take questions from the audience live, which will be really cool. And so we're just thinking of expanding it a little bit. Popularity is getting good, but that'll be in between dinner and other times where we're going to be rip-roaring it up, Dirty Filth style.
Yeah. So where's going to be the main place everyone's going to go towards? The World, across the street over Bally's, or by the Bellagio, or?
Well, right now we're gonna split it up a little bit because here's the thing: there's going to be a lot of people coming who are not going to. This might be their only trip of the year. And so what we're going to be doing, everything is about affordability. I could go and put it in the Bellagio or Caesar's Palace or someplace like that. I'm not sure I want to go that expensive because there's a lot of people out there, who are budgeted. So it's kind of
you could have it at different places and just have different gathering times where you're going as a group, where you're going to be at this time at different points of the day. You just move through it, and that way different people can come in and join at different times through the set movement of the group.
Absolutely. Hello and Merry Christmas to Marilena. Welcome. And who else just showed up? Ibarata in Singapore. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. And who else showed up here? Jeremy Jones. Yeah, you've been here a while. Hold on. The Gorgeous Adventures with Beth in Missoula, Montana, where Santa Claus just flew by. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. You were right, though, my friend. We are going to spread it out in different locations, like the party nights. Like I said, I'm going down on Thursday, and I'm not going home till Monday, so we're going to plan things for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday, and make things happen. So we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Lynn and I are planning it out. We're hopefully going to have something knocked out of the park by January 1st, so that way we can get it up on the website and get everything going. So that'll be really cool.
In the day I used to hang out at the Mandalay Bay or the hotel, That was my favorite for a period of time when it was one of the newer resorts, but it was a little bit not as, if you want to call it obnoxious, as the Luxor, some of the other ones that were overly themed. It was just kind of classy, and I enjoyed the wave pool. What can I say?
Yeah, Mandalay Bay was really cool to stay at.
Oh, it was a freaking blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my son was 5 years old at the time. We were in that floating pool that went round and round in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
You just lounge on the tubes. He had a squirt gun and kept hosing down the hot chicks in the bikinis until he got thrown out.
Nice. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we're planning it all out. It's going to be a mixture of places, and, it all comes down. I think for the live show, I have stated that everything is going to be free, hanging out with us and everything. We're not charging money or anything like that. But if people want to attend the live show, we may end up putting a price on that just so we can cover the conference room. So it'll be nice and cheap, though.
Oh, come on. She'd be able to get a conference room to donate for them for just the press coverage and say, coming to you live from the blah, blah, blah room at the blah, blah, blah hotel and everything.
I need you to negotiate that.
Well, yeah, I had good training from a really good Persian guy. He taught me a lot. He actually even taught me more based on how I saw the mistakes he was making.
Well, you know what? We'll check
Barry
it out.
Friedman, what is told.
I'm gonna check it on out. Try and find a place. Flagstaff, Arizona is next for Santa Claus, by the way. So,
yeah, and see, the thing is too is we can also look at it from an opportunity from the different casinos. You can go ahead; everyone can go ahead and find their own rates. But if you can find groups based on, hey, we've got this event, different things coming. We're trying to find a place they can all kind of come together, get a good rate on the prices. What can you give us? And you find out what is the best thing you can be able to hit. And maybe it's something that's a little bit off the beaten path. Maybe it's something that's on the beaten path. Because it depends on, is everyone there to go for gambling and everything, or is it to go and hang out and have a good time at a good price?
Well, that's I don't care. I really don't. I'm just going down to have...
I'm going to be there in Vegas too, Dave. See you in Vegas.
Yeah. I know you're going to be there, Dirty Filth. Dirty
I want to go.
Dirty Filth is actually going to be... drawing cartoons as we are in town.
Yeah, I'm going to be the historian.
Merry Christmas, Gong Show.
Terrible.
That's so fucking
Merry
awesome.
Christmas, Gong Show.
So then you have to have, every time you're doing a picture, you have to have a time limit that you do it in, and you're done, you pass it on and go on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
Whether it's 30 seconds, a minute, minute and a half, whatever, just to have a timer, whatever it is, kink, you're on to your next thing, and that way you just don't focus too long on one piece.
Yep. Well,
trust me, I got it under control.
I know a lot of people down there who can speak, and I know there's a number of our former guests who live in Vegas and surrounding areas who have expressed interest in coming.
I seem to remember Colonel John Alexander lives near Vegas as well.
Yes, he will be invited. He will be invited.
He was on your show before.
Yes,
he
will be invited.
Text on Facebook, unfortunately.
I'm going to be reaching out to, once we have the locations done, I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of these people and saying, hey, we're having a party in Vegas. We'd love to meet up with you. We'd love to have you come on in. And we're going to be doing some live shows. I know there's a certain person that I plan on taking out for dinner. And he may or may not work for a news agency down there.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And so...
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
Yeah. That's how I roll, Dirty Filth.
The Red Square at the Mandalay Bay is a phenomenal restaurant from what I remember. It was something that was small, kind of tucked off to the side, and just the whole Russian atmosphere. And I don't even know if it's there anymore, but...
Goodyear, Arizona, you're up next for Santa Claus.
Vegas is a fun place. It can be.
You got to get healthy. You got 4 months to get healthy.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. I wish I was. I don't have a choice in this. It's my immune system that got... Okay, so when I was started at 5, went at least until I was 8, maybe a little bit longer. But in that time period, my immune system got screwed up when I got abducted. I'm just being honest. I mean, this is kind of what I'm putting things together. I went from being fine to the doctor grabbing my hand, looking at it after I was sick and different things. Like, wow, you got an autoimmune system. He looked at my fingernails and just whatever was going on my fingernails, he picked it up. And I basically dealt with something. It's not leukemia. It's not non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's not lupus, but it's similar to it, but it's its own thing. So the lymphocytes, the white blood cells in my body, are acting like they got exposed to some kind of, there was microwave or ionizing radiation.
Yeah, it sounds like microwave.
Yeah. So because of that, it basically changed the way my body produces its immune system. And it's just really strong in a wrong way. And I can tell you how many oncologists have told me in my life, you've got cancer. Oh my God. This looks really bad. Well, it's like, no, check my records, go look here. You'll see that I had this my entire life. Anyway, it's aggressive. And when I got the stuff in January, late February, March 2020, my immune system was like supercharged and went at it. And I never had any of the effects of my lungs that bad, a little bit. And it was an overall light kind of thing that I went through, but I ended up getting these lesions that appeared on my toes, and they went across both of my feet, and it was all these little spots that are showing up. And actually, it was painful to walk, and it was just basically what it was tissue necrosis from my immune system being activated and now going to attack the vascular system in my body, where it encountered the stuff in my body the most, or the most difficult to get rid of. So when my body was attacking it, it got trained to go and attack my body itself. And since then, we haven't been able to stop my immune system from attacking me. It is what it is. It's just, it got the taste for, I guess, I taste really good.
That's fucking terrible.
And I'm on meds like you have leukemia, the moderate dose. It's the same kind of meds they take to basically shut down your immune system. Although I'm on a pretty strong dose right now, it ain't working. So they're probably going to have to go to a higher dose just to go ahead and try and get it to shut down. So the problem with that is when you shut down your whole immune system, I get a cold, I get anything, I'm going to wind up in the hospital. So I can't go anywhere anybody could possibly be sick. I got a mosquito bite, and I had to go on antibiotics because I got a huge welt on my skin because my body couldn't deal with the infection coming from a stupid mosquito bite. I love to go. I love to travel. I love to go to Vegas. I have so many friends and people that I want to go to, but I haven't been able to go anywhere since like a year at this point. A little bit more than a year, maybe a week. And that all
started after you got abducted.
Well, it started when I was younger. It screwed up my immune system. And then when my immune system got exposed to this other stuff that was not natural, my immune system went and attacked the stuff. And when it did that, it's a really aggressive immune system, and it just went after it, and it was trained to, because it's a vascular virus, wherever I guess it went and learned and attacked the stuff, it caused it to go ahead and get the taste of that part of your body and just get programmed to go and attack that part of your vascular system. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's where the spike protein's embedded into your circulatory system, and then your immune system recognized your vascular system as a foreign body.
Right.
And so it's attacking it in mass now because it doesn't recognize it anymore as part of you.
All right.
And they could have healed you if they wanted to, but they didn't. So that's why some of them are obviously not all love and light. Some of them are probably not that friendly, or maybe even malicious.
It just comes down to, I went through a bunch of stuff when I was abducted, and I think it was probably as a result of me being under the craft or whatever it is when the stuff went on. Did the stuff go on? Did they attempt to do something that was possibly non-invasive? Did they realize potentially this was going on? Maybe, but maybe it was just part of the cost.
But they could have healed you later, though. They have the technology, obviously, to heal you later on, but they didn't.
I'm not going to guarantee that they have that. I don't think they have the magic pill for anything on humans. I don't think that MedBed exists. I think it's something that, they have certain abilities and stuff, but do you think they have the ability to throw a scan and be able to cure anything and things that are going wrong?
I don't know, but I know humans will probably be able to do that in the next 100 years with AI and all sorts of advancements that we're advancing so fast. So if we can do that in 100 years, and they're 1,000 years, much less 100,000 years ahead of us, they should be able to fix all of our medical problems instantaneously, but they don't. And that's a key.
If you're going to do interstellar travel, you don't want a bone system. You don't want bones because they degrade. I mean, octopus would really be the ideal form to travel in space without any bones whatsoever. They can handle the radiation. And if they had the lining of a cockroach that can take over 200 times the radiation that humans can, they'd be impervious to that, and they wouldn't need artificial gravity either. But it seems like the natural progression would be to move to an android-type cyborg system into where hell, I've got a lot of artificial parts now. So it would just, they want to prolong life, that they would just keep replacing things with more artificial parts.
I'm just putting some music on. A friend of mine's playing live right now.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In 2020, we lost a great armchair archaeologist who was a YouTuber. And hearing this song reminds me of someone who we knew was a singer in Vegas, and she would sing all these songs, and he'd go ahead and
Lyndall Hoyt
play. What's his name again?
Lyndall Hoyt.
Lyndall Voigt. Yeah, his name of his channel was CF Apps.
Yeah.
And unbelievable person. And it's like, you look at all the different people you lose every year. This is just one of the greats of YouTube, one of the greats of,
ancient alternative history. He was phenomenal.
We're calling him ancientologists now.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who look at ancient history from a real perspective and being open to it and being able to put the timelines together. That's an ancientologist. That's our new word, Dave.
This is my friend Stephanie Pedraza out of Vancouver.
Yeah.
Lovely voice. Her husband used to work on the Las Vegas Strip as a Rod Stewart impersonator. Hello and Merry Christmas to Ethereal Aura. To Michael Haywood, Merry Christmas to you. Who else has joined us?
I love you, Michael.
JR, Merry Christmas to you. And who else do we have here?
I also love you, Michael. We're talking to you right now. I love you as well.
Let's see here. Ian Herndon, welcome and Merry Christmas. And who else has joined us here? Is that coming across too loud? Her music?
Oh, it sounds fine, Dave.
Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gemette Malibu, welcome to our channel. And
Dave, I would say
Christmas.
one thing. If you have echo canceling on your microphone and set up in
I do.
StreamYard, turn it off because you're using headphones. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
It'll make it sound better.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
True that.
That's the tech guy in me.
Yes.
Thomas, he's on it.
See if Stephanie says anything here. Hold on, Stephanie.
I'm sorry if I talked too much before about my stuff, Dave, but it's just I talked around it.
It's really late here. It's already
Keep playing. We have an audience
well, we just
on
got
YouTube.
Home, so let's just do something. Do you want to sing with me?
Oh, hold on.
Oh crap!
Hold on. Oh, for God's sake. All I'm trying to do is type the word you and a name keeps popping up. Oh, there's Vic Vega.
Favorite holiday shirt?
Chris, oh no.
Aww.
I guess we're live.
They're fans of our show, too.
Hey, Dave, how's it going?
You sure you want to chill the world this day? You might lose subscribers.
You know what? Vic has been practicing his Spanish.
Hold on, they're talking to us right now.
He has to sing something in Spanish.
That's why we went to San Fernando Church today for
That's
midnight
right.
mass.
That's right. Yes. So are you gonna sing? Are you gonna sing with me?
Well, I don't have a choice.
Sure you do. You always have a choice. But look at
Here,
your
let me bring
t-shirt.
them
Show
up here.
everybody
Hold
your
on.
t-shirt. That was one of his Christmas presents. Well, birthday presents, really.
I'm going to bring
What
them
are
up
we
here.
singing?
It's Golden Girls.
Hold
But
on.
they can't see your head, so you got it done down.
Let me just
See?
go here for a second.
ready?
I'll share them here.
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no, I hope I remember how to sing this.
Hold on, where is it here?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, here we go. Vic's been practicing
I'm
his
going to mute
Spanish.
us so there's no
A
echo.
donde sea que yo esté, tu corazón alcanzaré.
Good job.
Una sonrisa en tu mirada pintaré.
No habrá distancia entre los dos. Al viento volaré mi voz. Con mis deseos a tu alma llegaré.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry
Celebremos juntos la vida y que viva la alegría. From the bottom of my heart,
I wanna wish you a Merry
celebremos juntos la vida y que viva la alegría. From the bottom of my heart.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad,
Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad.
I wanna wish you a Merry
Celebremos juntos la vida y que viva la alegría. From the bottom of my heart,
I wanna wish you a Merry
celebremos juntos la vida y que viva la alegría. From the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hi,
I
Amelia.
see how Chris tuned out.
He's like, peace out. I have to.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're going to fit
Pop stars with auto-tune. And dentists with asking questions.
So, how did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
At ADP, we understand the importance of building the right team and offer the data insights to help. Just as importantly, our AI technology helps you pay the team accurately. Grow stronger with ADP. HR, talent, time, and payroll.
Go to bed now.
You missed a good show last week, bub.
That was beautiful. That was
down
beautiful.
though, January 20.
That was beautiful. Once
Super
they start,
cute.
Once
Yeah.
they start playing again, I'll pump them back up. But no
right.
listen to chatting. But hold on, let's see what they're saying.
Andrew's in the house.
Let's see here. 100. Let me just type them here. 117. I'm sorry, guys. I got you all muted. Fuck. I'm sorry. Let's unmute you guys. There you go. You guys can chat.
Her name is Stephanie Pedraza, right?
Yeah.
Muchas gracias, Stephanie Pedraza.
I fixed the tree, Dave.
Muy bueno.
Oh, did you?
Muy bueno.
I fixed the tree.
Why?
Feliz Navidad.
Oh,
Dude,
look at it.
what did you do to it?
That's sick. That's awesome.
Dope, though.
That's awesome.
It was sitting on a hard drive, and I was like, wait a minute, why is that not up as a better background? That would look so much better.
Dude, you have the physical tree, and then you did that for the background. That's really fucking cool.
Oh, cool.
Right on.
Dave Scott says that 117 listened to us live. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
That's very cool.
Mike.
All right, right on. Well, I'm going to sing something else here. Why not?
I'll just go ahead, guys. Keep talking. I'm just gonna put her on in the background when she's singing.
Well, nonetheless, I'm going to make like a baby and head out. It was nice meeting everybody
dirty
tonight.
filth. We got
head out.
Cheers for everybody. Hold on.
Nice meeting
I'm
you.
going to have
Merry
a
Christmas to you.
Dirty filth,
dram
everybody.
here for everybody.
Dirty filth, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Na zdrowie.
Dude, I'm gonna
Not
check
that
you
over
out,
yet.
man.
Not that
All I do is watch cartoons and animation. That's all I do. So I'm gonna check you out.
Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
Right on.
See you, dirty filth. Merry
You too, man.
Christmas.
Filthy.
Let's put that up a little bit. There we go.
Is she on YouTube?
She's broadcasting live right now on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, her and her husband Vic are extremely talented.
I wanted to see if she had a
Toads
YouTube
looks
channel so I
like
could watch it.
No, they're not on YouTube.
Rod
I've been trying to
Stewart.
get them on there.
He totally looks like Rod Stewart.
Hey, let's say a hello and Merry Christmas to Tony Tone and to Justin Bogenreef for coming on in. Merry Christmas to you guys and joining us. We're just kind of chilling on back tonight on Spaced Out Radio, having a time for our audience here. By the way, I will mention that Lynn Wallington will be live on Christmas Day and Sunday, Boxing Day for us people who are part of the Commonwealth. And
What time?
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for 2 hours. She'll have interviews lined up, so make sure you check that on out. And
She's awesome. She really is.
Lynn is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, John, for
Definitely.
that. You know? So,
If you broadcasting public, you can see her on Facebook without an account.
yeah. It's very cool. Beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah, they're very talented. That adds to the whole symbiosis of where we are. See how Santa Claus is doing. We're
It's
entering.
that Christmas Eve evening, spending time with your this is better than family, because family, you can't choose your family. But this is the kind of family you can choose, and we're all a part of. So I want to thank Dave for going ahead and bringing us all together, and as a community and as a panel.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I agree. Thank you.
Oh, no worries. We got 25 minutes to go because I'm staying on the air until Santa Claus gets to my town.
Nice.
Damn right. I am right there. Gorgeous Jessica McCreary. How are you? Rob looks so much different when he's lying down in bed with his head on the pillow.
Yes, he does.
It's always nice
Really
to
bad trouble, man.
It's always nice
Sometimes
to count his nose hair. Do. If you're in California, Santa Claus is making his way to Anaheim right now, about to fly over Disneyland. How exciting is that? We'll give a little shot of that right there.
Hey, Dave, I got to head out, but it was great talking to all
Johnny
of you
Music.
again. and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, buddy.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Geez, Wagon Breath almost gave a shocker there. There we go. Why are you guys wagon breath? Why are you muted? Rob Heatherly.
Me. I unmuted myself. Unmuted myself.
There we go. Yeah, Santa Claus coming up the coast right now. See if we can zoom in a little bit on him. There he is.
Your coast.
He's getting ready. He's making the turn. And should be near where we broadcast out of. Where do we broadcast out of? Ridgecrest, California. Oh, I hate it when he makes it turns. It screws me right up. Let's see. Where's Ridgecrest, California? It's got to be here somewhere.
It's right near Rancho Cucamonga.
It is.
Just to the west of San Bernardino.
Yes. Yeah. We broadcast
north
there.
Of Riverside. It's north of the LA Valley. There's Victorville.
I will put up.
Are y'all East Coast? I mean West Coast.
I am.
I lived in. Oh, there's Big Bear right there. So you know you're far east of LA. You see Big Bear, the lower right corner. That's where everyone off from LA would go skiing. So they're just way far of
I hear it's very cold.
LA right now, and they're heading north.
Plugging in my phone because it's gonna crap out here.
All right, let me.
She's so cute. She's super cute.
What highway are they by there? Is that the 10?
That's Highway 15 right now.
15, okay, yeah. It goes up north through the mountains. Nice.
Yeah, Highway 15. I'll zoom out a little. Where's he going? Las Vegas is up next, people. How coincidental is that?
25 seconds. They're on their way.
Oh, yeah. Vegas is getting Santa Claus here pretty damn quick. Very pumped up about this. Yeah, he's coming.
He's about to receive Santa Claus.
Oh, there he goes. He's hitting Vegas.
Heading across Spring Valley, across the Paradise, into downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah, right on the strip.
There he goes.
There he goes, everyone. And he makes a hard left. He's heading north.
Ooh.
Oh,
heading past.
He's heading back to the border. He's heading back to
How many
California.
G's can he take?
Is he heading towards Nellis?
No, he turned away from. He can't fly over Nellis, so he had to bank left back into California.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Rock it out, Vic. Merry Christmas, baby.
I have to thank you, Dave. I put together a background today that I was like, I'm looking at that. It's like, that's perfect for a show tomorrow.
Oh, that's beautiful for tomorrow, man.
I love it.
What time are you going on tomorrow, Thomas?
3, actually.
3?
Yeah.
Very nice.
If you go too late, it's you cut off the if you want to call it United Kingdom. It's a Saturday show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And if you go earlier on Saturdays, you get a bigger audience able to come in from the United Kingdom.
Right.
Yes.
And actually, on Saturdays, when we go at 3, we get a much bigger audience than we get any other day of the week.
Oh, nice. Next stop, Fresno.
Yeah.
I'm so excited right now. I can barely hide my giddiness.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
It's hilarious. I keep on running empty on my eggnog, and I look at the glass. I'm like, shit.
It's just like, I need more.
Where did this go?
But then I forgot. Wait, I've got the bottle on my desk.
Hey, the gorgeous Kim Jellin. Merry Christmas to you. Is Rob still alive, or did he fall asleep?
Good. Are you there, Rob?
I'm here. I just muted because my wife's asleep and snoring. I didn't want to resonate her on the show.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
She sounds amazing on this song. Can we?
But I have to say, though, Rob, when he gets into everything as being an ancientologist and being able to look back into the past for things that have happened with the phenomenon, how it relates to what we have now, that's been one of his biggest contributions to the overall ufology, where a lot of people aren't necessarily looking at it in the right ways. Yeah, there was stuff that came out of ancient aliens and stuff, but here we're looking at actual physical evidence, different spaces, different places, seeing how advanced we were in the past. And there's some people who pick it up here and there, but there's not a lot of them.
No, and we differentiate because we stay with the facts and the physical evidence, because this tool mark, I was an engineering background, structural engineer, so it's easy for me to recognize tool marks on the megaliths and things, to recognize where power tools were used. And being able to memorize all these sites and the different cultures and mythology, religions, I've deep dived into all of that. So I can kind of create, I'm not the only one. There's several of us in the community that do this, that are able to see the big picture of it and recognize the physics that were in play in antiquity are a lot of the same physics they're using now, of anti-gravity and things like that. They didn't have roads. It was all through the air. They levitated.
Yeah.
There were no roadways.
Even like one of the things you're recently telling me about the drill holes that they have going in some of the different materials in Egypt and everything, but some of them had like microspherules of like different materials that made it like.
Oh yeah, they found metamaterials on Baalbek with them, and they said it had to have been a low type of radiation tool. They were able to melt the stone as they cut it, and it left microspherules and magnesium and bismuth, which is coincidentally the same type material that Hal Puthoff was talking about just recently, of being waveguides for where they can condense a wave down a 20th of its scale and force it through like a superconductor. I'm seeing these, and they were extracting metal fragments out of the saw marks in antiquity that a Russian laboratory extracted in about 7 different places on the planet, and it had the same metal composition and all of those. So the builders were global. They used the same technology, and I've got the scientific reports, the mass spectrometer data to prove it. I don't do the ancient aliens bullshit stuff.
Yeah,
I back up with evidence.
Yeah, it's taking the concept of what is some of the stuff that people have actually talked about in ancient aliens and actually putting it to an official kind of category, but adding a level of accuracy and representation that goes along into it.
Yeah, because they jumped the shark on a lot of it, the ancient aliens, and that really did a disservice to people like Brian Forster, with the Caracas, with the elongated skulls, and the legitimacy that there actually was a advanced, at least builders that with paleo contact, because there's no evidence of a prior industrialized humanity, unless it was, in the hundreds of thousands of years ago, where even the chemical traces wouldn't be left behind by now. And the only other option is that they're not part of our natural history. They've injected themselves throughout time here and there, but they weren't part of us. They chose to interact, and then they chose not to in different ways and different times. And I just have a unique ability to memorize all this stuff, and I can chart it out, flow chart even.
Yeah. But it's just a knowledge. It's an area of expertise that you got, and Dave, and I appreciate you opening up the floor to bring all the people in here on Christmas and stuff. But Rob really hasn't gone many other places besides Disclosure tonight, and even though we're just dealing with the blank screen, the man of his knowledge and skill, it's great to
I love Rob.
To collaborate.
And for our audience, Rob also is very tight on his mustache and goatee combination. We do need to and he's a wonderful veteran, a proud veteran, and Rob, thank you so much for your service, man. We do have to say hello to Steam Train Mark in Australia. Mark, can you confirm that I am alive tomorrow on Christmas Day?
Yes, Dave, you are alive on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
Nice to be here. Thanks for having
me.
Merry Love Christmas. The show, and it's great to see you all here.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in from Australia. I know it's sometimes great when I can get some people, at least on my show, sometimes from Australia as well. It's probably around, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning there or so?
No, right now it's about 5:45 in the afternoon here in my
It's
part of
that
Australia.
late. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the east coast of Australia, a little place called,
gotcha.
we'll go Brisbane, Australia is, is sort of home for me. And I'm a little bit north of there, but that gives you a generalisation of where I am. And today we've had about 25 degrees, bit of rain for Christmas Day, but it's just been a great day for all of us here today.
So you're down in Australia, granted you're in Eastern Australia, not Western Australia.
That's correct, Thomas. Yep.
Either way, you've got an increased exposure to the Aurora Borealis now, don't you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because the magnetic field has been moving, and it's moving up towards Australia from where it was parked at the actual physical South Pole, and both of them moving across. And I know it's already kind of headed towards Australia at least, which means you're getting, although you're on the other side of the country, you're still getting a greater exposure to what you've seen in the past, and it's moved in the sky.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hopefully we get to, if it's nice and clear, we get some beautiful clear nights here, but unfortunately the area where we live is developing quite quickly, and of course we've got a lot of light pollution, but we still get to see a lot of stars and things like that.
Very nice. Yeah. How many kangaroos in your yard today?
Unfortunately, Dave, there's no kangaroos. When I chimed in last time and showed you those kangaroos, that area has been developed, or in the process of being developed. So the kangaroos are not there anymore, which is a real shame, because I actually enjoyed seeing them when I'd go from different job site to job site. And, this area where I'm in is very quickly developing in a major way, just growing like you wouldn't believe. So unfortunately, we're going to see less and less of the kangaroos close here to where I am.
Damn it.
It's still not far away, but it's just the way it is.
Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Boise, Idaho is next, people. Boise, Idaho is next. If you're watching the Santa Claus.
We're going to cut west towards Seattle shortly, which is where I'm at.
Well, yeah, I just want to see if because he's getting close, man. He's getting close. Like I'm starting.
Yeah, they've got to hit Seattle though first.
I know.
Boise is directly to the east of us. Oh, shit.
That's not good. That went right down my sleeve, too.
Places like Portland, they're living on top of the remnants of what was the age before the Younger Dryas, the silt from the receding floodwaters from that massive flood laid down the delta that Portland's built on top of. So they're on top of the old world that came to an end during that flood.
Rob, were you a Marine as well?
Yeah, infantry.
Okay.
I scored a 93 out of 98 on my ASVAB, so I qualified for any job that they had, but I wanted to be a tough guy and win infantry. Right. My recruiter jumped my ass and said, "What, you think you're too smart to be a Marine?" After he found out my score. It was hilarious.
Semper Fi from Black Dragon, who's a former Marine as well.
Semper Fi.
That is awesome.
I've tried to stay involved as much as I can with nonprofit veterans outreach because the VA has done such a poor job, and we still average 22 suicides a day. So I helped the Battle Buddy Foundation get started in 2012-13.
Good for you.
And in the early days, I manned the hotline a lot with people that come on Facebook and they needed to talk now. And I'd stay up all night and half the day talking to people sometimes that were otherwise going to, had a gun to their head. And I'm not talking philosophically. I mean, it was literal. So, there were some tense times. I still do it occasionally, but not near as much.
God bless you for that.
Since they got up and running.
God bless you for that, man. And thank you for your wonderful service to not only the United States, but to all of us here in North America. Appreciate you.
It's the least I could do for their sacrifice. There's a lot a lot more than a hell of a lot more than I have. I'm just trying to give back a little bit of what I can with what I'm able to do.
Oh, I hope he heads north here. Come on, Santa.
No, he's got to go west of Seattle now.
No, he does a zigzag, so he'll come up to BC and then
Up north.
He'll go to Vancouver and then Seattle. And then
cool.
he heads up to Alaska and then over to Hawaii. Or the Aleutian Islands and then Hawaii. So let's see who he hits here after Boise. God, I'm pumped up for this. Totally pumped up.
We can tell you've watched this before.
No, he is making a turn towards Seattle. Son of a bitch, he is. He's going to Bend, Oregon. He's going to Bend, Oregon.
Oh, yeah, that's south
Lester
of Seattle,
Taylor.
so he's going down then up.
Mm-hmm.
You're scaring Lester.
Damn it, they've changed the pattern.
Changed the pattern.
The 7-year-old kid's coming out in Dave.
Damn right. I love...
It's kind of cute.
You know what? I don't care as long as I live. My children will, every year the day I'm alive, will always receive a gift from Santa Claus. I don't care how old they are. That is one thing that I have always made a promise to myself, is that Santa Claus will always deliver presents to my children.
How old are your kids, Dave?
22, 18, and 8.
Oh.
Tradition's everything.
Mine's 5. My little guy's 5.
Beautiful.
That's adorable.
That is a beautiful fun
we last night for us, we had a 7 and 2-year-old in the house with us, and the 2-year-old was easy to get to sleep. The 7-year-old, that was a different story. When we said it was bedtime, he kept coming up with every excuse. He needed a drink of water. He needed to go to the toilet. And eventually we once he got to sleep, and because we told him if he didn't go to sleep, Santa wouldn't deliver his presents, and he finally went to sleep. Then later on, we got up and took the presents away, and laid out some carrots and biscuits and a ginger beer for Santa to have, and we got a wood stove here, and we put some soot on the ground and opened up all the plates so Santa could come in. And
that is so cute.
Oh, look, it worked. It worked. It's fun.
The soot, that's perfect.
Tillamook, Oregon next. Yeah, you will get Seattle's coming up here soon. Thomas, you're going to have to do a check outside here as he gets closer.
Well, it has started to snow here recently, so it's a perfect time for Santa to come in and land his sleigh.
Dude,
granted, just a little bit. The temperature has dropped just low enough to where it helps with the viscosity of the sleigh on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Viscosity.
See all that scarring? There are waterfalls that are over 200 times wider than the Niagara Falls that dug over 300 feet into the basalt bedrock that it cut out. And there's no other scarring like that on the planet.
Well, there's McMinnville, home of the UFO Festival.
Oh, it's home of a great brewery, McMiniman's brewery.
Heading to Tillamook.
Yeah, they make great cheese. Is it Tillamook or Tillamook?
Tillamook. Lots of Sasquatch in that area.
Yeah, the whole Cascades.
Yep.
That go down from Seattle up through BC. It's the same mountain range.
That's some amazing woodland up there. Forest.
Yeah. They almost cut down everything, but not everything.
Damn.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we'll get a fifth. Oh,
pop stars with auto-tune.
Yeah.
And dentists with asking questions.
So, how did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
At O'Reilly, we know your tech teams need quick answers to their most urgent questions. They need to stay on top of new tech developments. They need a safe place to learn the technologies your company adopts. And they need it all 24/7. Well, they can get it all at O'Reilly.com. With the O'Reilly Learning Platform, your team gets live online courses, tons of resources, safe interactive scenarios and sandboxes, and fast answers to their most pressing questions. Visit O'Reilly.com and request a demo.
They cut down most of the all the old growth forest everywhere, all gone.
There's Cannon Beach. You know, I was there as a kid at Cannon Beach. My mom took me and my sisters down there for a vacation. Dad had to work, couldn't come. And a week after we were there at Cannon Beach, this surfer was attacked by a great white shark that jumped. And there was actually a photograph of some guy got a photograph of the great white shark coming out of the water and grabbing this guy by the waist.
Oh my God! That's
well, you're a small human, you know.
Portland.
Big fish.
I hate sharks.
Oh, they scare the
very few things I fear, but I hate sharks, and I think it's mostly because you can't see them coming in the murky waters to do anything about it. I don't like that random chance.
Nope.
Coming past Portland.
Seattle's next. Seattle is next in 2 minutes. Seattle is next, heading up the I-5.
No, I'll watch. I'm actually north of Seattle, so when I see it going north up towards me, I'll run outside and look.
Where are you?
Hopefully I'll see him.
Where are you?
I'm in Mill Creek, Washington, about 20 minutes north of, 18 miles north of Seattle.
Oh, very cool. Oh, passing Mount.
Yeah, and
passing Mount
when
St.
a
Helens.
nuclear bomb goes off in Seattle, it's more orange, and it is pretty. Where the ones in L.A. are more yellow.
Yes. Mount St. Helens passing Ape Canyon right now.
Yeah. At least I can say I haven't had any bad premonitions about any of the volcanoes going off.
Well, that's good.
Oh, God, yeah. There's more than enough in the area to go kablooey.
That's good.
Mount Rainier, that place has been having activity for a while. That's our largest volcano in North America.
Yep. Is Rainier bigger than Shasta?
I believe so. It's big. It's not the super volcano.
Oh, passing
like over in Yellowstone.
Yeah,
but,
passing
right,
Fort Lewis.
Towards Puyallup. Fort Lewis Military Reserve. The things.
I took my daughter down there to see Hillary Duff at the Puyallup Fair.
There you go.
All right.
Coming up on SeaTac.
Yeah, I know exactly where he is right now.
Coming up, yeah, there you go. Going to be going past shoreward up to Mercer Island by Issaquah, Seattle. Just going past the Mercer Island where Bill Gates lived or lives now, or used to live. Seattle, Bellevue. No, don't go that way.
Oh, he's going to Vancouver.
Where it says Linwood and Everett. That's where I'm at. Don't turn. You're going the wrong way.
Don't land. You'll get looted.
He's going to Vancouver, or going to Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
Going to head over to the.
All right, so Linwood, if I look outside now, I should see him.
You should see him right now.
Oh, but it's raining.
Oh no! Look for the red
man.
nose. Look for the red nose.
Yeah, there's some redness going across the sky. I'm just
Nice.
south of Everett. I can see a big glow, definitely.
Yes. Yes.
He's heading your way.
As he heads to Victoria, the capital of British Columbia, the Queen City. Handing out presents to all the basking sharks that are in that area.
Oh, there's a bunch of killer whales, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's going back to Everett. He's got Victoria. He's going back to Everett now.
Oh, hell no. He's heading up north past Oak Harbor. He's already gone past the Navy base.
No, he's coming back down to Everett. That's next.
Oh, shit. He's going back south.
Yeah, did a quick turn.
He's coming back this way again, son of a gun.
Oh, man. I'm excited for you, Thomas. I'm excited for you right now. He's coming back. He knows Fessler.
Super exciting.
This is totally
Son of a
exciting
bitch.
right now.
I saw the light and flash in the distance, and he's coming back this way again.
Here he comes, buddy.
Everett's just right north of Mill Creek.
There he comes. Home of the silver
There he
tips.
goes.
Right here. Coming over.
All right, there he is. I should be able to.
Yeah, he's heading over right now.
Wait, there's Rudolph. Hold on.
Nice.
Rudolph is going towards Bothell. Bothell's right away, so I'm looking
Yes.
to the north. Seeing across the north, going to the northwest now. Northeast, yeah. Northeast going to the straight north.
Beautiful. Now he's heading to Vancouver. Heading to Vancouver.
Got to see it twice.
That's where Cedro Woolley's a nice little town. I partied there a couple of times.
Oh, there's no meth in Cedro Woolley.
Heading to Bellingham.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
there's actually another international airport there now. Second one in Washington.
There's my old hometown of Abbotsford. That's where I grew up. Mission is where I used to live.
Heading up towards Surrey, and there's Vancouver.
And I went to college in Burnaby, worked in Vancouver. Come on, you
I don't see how you Huskies survive in that kind of cold.
Past north.
Now he's heading to Merritt. Yes, it's getting closer. Son of a bitch, he's almost at the headquarters here. Merritt's in tough times right now. They just flooded, man. See this lake here? This is where I had my Sasquatch encounter. That's Stave Lake right there. Did a lot of riding in that area.
Dave, you better get ready to go look outside.
Oh no, he's still a little bit away from me here. I'm getting pumped up.
He's totes sus.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking pumped right now.
What's he going to bring you for Christmas?
Oh god, I hope a new watch to add to my collection.
Cool. What type of watches do you like?
If you see Lytton there, just north, that entire town burnt down in the forest fires.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah,
and Merritt here actually, the whole highway there's a highway that runs right in between the mountains. I wish you guys could see my mouse, but just north of where Santa Claus is
we
right
can see
now.
your mouse.
Okay, so right in here, this entire highway for about 30 miles is gone from the flooding.
Ooh.
Where's he going next? He's in Merritt right now. Come on, head north. No, don't go back to Vancouver Island. Don't go back. No, you son of a...
What a tease.
What kind of watch do you like? A Seiko?
Oh, no, I'm going to show you where I am. I am... Oh, come on. Oh, it's not going to let me.
Oh, he didn't hear.
It's not going to let me.
He's in a different mind.
No, I like, okay, Clinton.
Movado.
See Clinton right at the top there? That is like 40 miles. Bridge Lake, Little Fort. There's my town right there. Right there, 100 miles.
He likes a sass
right there.
watch.
That's where I live, right there. There's my town.
He's gone past.
Right there. See, 100-mile house? It goes Spence's Bridge. He's passing Spence's Bridge right now. Then Ashcroft, Clinton, 70-mile, 100-mile. That's where I am. That little lake right there that you can see, that's Lackahash.
So if you look out, he should be out to your southwest.
Yeah, I can't see him
Dropping
right now.
off your Sask watch.
This is this is the Fraser Canyon right here, so I can't really see. He's about to go over Whistler. Oh, son of a bitch! I'm all. Come on, you got to make a turn here, son of a. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. He's heading just north of Sandra right now. Let's see if we can get Sandra in here. She's in Duncan. See Parksville there? See Parksville down below? That's where I started my radio career. And I coached junior hockey in Port Alberni. And Tofino is where our lovely Prime Minister loves to go on First Nations Reconciliation Day rather than spend time with the people who he needs to spend time with. All right, so he's going to Courtney Comox right here. So he's going to hang a... Yes, go to Kitimat. That's right. Okay, so he's heading up towards Alaska now. So that means he's already been here. He's already... Son of a bitch. Yes.
You missed it.
Man, you're going to have to go shake your tree, man.
Well, he may hang a right. He may hang a right and go towards Prince George, which is good.
No, he ain't going to come back down.
Oh, no,
He's heading
man.
towards Alaska, probably.
Well, he might be, but we don't know yet.
David, just go check under your tree. And see if your Sasquatch is there.
I hope so. You know what my boss got me for Christmas? A Megalodon watch.
Oh my god!
Like the brand, I forget the brand name of the watch, but the kind of watch, it's the brand name, and then it's called the Megalodon.
My son is obsessed with Megalodon.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah,
oh God.
Magnificent beasts.
He said that the Megalodon was defeated by the Oliviodon or something.
Yes. When my son was 4 years old, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, Dad, did you know that the Doncleosteus used to run the ocean?" And I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And it's like this shark,
kid.
that has like metal plates on its head, or almost like
It's
metal
absolutely
plates.
absurd.
It's crazy. Crazy.
You know what's crazy?
They know a lot, man. My son's 5, and he's coming at me about all this stuff.
There's a lot of Bigfoot in this area. A lot of Sasquatch. Now, this area here where Santa Claus is actually going, just north of here, believe it or not, there is a First Nations village that actually claims that pterodactyls still fly in their area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some rumors of that. There was a report of pterodactyls flying over London in 1500 and something. They were headed out toward the ocean. But I read a pretty reliable account of that in one of the papers. They saw a group of them flying out toward Ireland. They went over. So, who knows?
Oh, it doesn't let me zoom in. I wish it let me move.
You never know,
the
hon.
map over. I mean, right now he's dropping presents on Sasquatch right now because there's no bloody people there where he is right now. Okay, so he's heading into Kitimat. He'll probably go over to...
I think they're people, too.
So you go to Prince George next.
Yeah, right.
I bet you he's either going to Prince Rupert or Prince George. And then maybe up to Alaska, because he's pretty close to Alaska. He may go to the Yukon Territory next. Where's he going next here? Hold on. Goddamn Kitimat. All right, where are you going next? Look, he's actually stopping for a coffee at Tim Hortons right now.
Slacker.
Well, hey, you got to warm up every now and again. Probably grabbing a nice donut there. Where's he going next? Yeah, he's off to Alaska.
He needs donuts. He's had so many cookies.
Well, hey, you don't know what a Tim Hortons donut is like.
Clearly.
Jenster from
you've seen
Spicy...
Santa. Santa's had plenty of those, so he's going to be making some stops along the way.
Very true. Merry Christmas to Jenster from Spicy Cat Design. We love you, Jen. Merry Christmas to you. And what a fun night this has been. Honestly, what a fun night. George Almaraz, Merry Christmas to you. And Santa Claus making his way to Alaska now.
Yeah.
I did see my
I
totally saw my
Rob,
town.
you have been making an unbelievable effort. I know Dave is into Santa bigger than anything right now.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of you.
I'm enjoying it. I was just laying awake by myself watching some disaster movies. So, this is a hell of a lot better.
You know what? Thank you guys for
day.
sharing in my excitement. I really do appreciate that.
That's all right, Dave. We all need to get excited at some time.
Yeah. Steam Train Mark, how's tomorrow looking, or later today looking?
Absolutely wonderful, Dave. It's just been a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm. What's your temperature?
It's about 25 right now. I'll just have a check. Something around there.
All right. Beautiful.
24, 25. Oh, 22. There you go.
Beautiful. That is awesome. Let's see where I am right now. Hold on. I am at minus 21 Fahrenheit or Celsius, so minus 5 Fahrenheit right now.
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
What?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I've never been that cold.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Tomorrow, our high will be minus 24 Celsius. Our low will be minus 32 Celsius.
Yeah.
Which
for comparison, I'm at 0 degrees Celsius in north of Seattle. So.
Yeah. So tomorrow my high will be minus 12 Fahrenheit or minus 20 at a low of minus 25 Fahrenheit tomorrow.
We've had rare ice. We've had rare polar blasts that get us down to. I think about 3 years ago, we got down to minus 20 for a couple of 3 days.
Oh, it's just the start of it. It's called climate destabilization. It's happening. It's part of
like 41
the polar shift
here
that's
in
going
Jersey.
on. It's going to get really freaked out.
Oh,
Get used to it.
Man.
Hey, when the poles flip, stuff goes on. It's called climate destabilization. We thought it was humans, but it's a lot worse. It's a planetary cycle, and when it happens, ooh, yes, shit breaks loose.
And up here, it's called normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
just another walk on the ice for you, man.
Let's see. Hi, E. Niles. Merry Christmas to you. Pam McSee. It's 56 degrees in Cleveland. I've been to Cleveland, Pam McSee. I've actually been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Gorgeous Larry says it'll be 73 degrees in northern Texas. And it's 9 Celsius and 48 Fahrenheit in Wichita, Kansas for
That's not so bad in
Enzo.
Kansas.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I tell you what, we're going to go for a few more minutes here because I do have to get busy here after the show.
Well, you're the family Santa Claus, so
that's right.
Yeah, so I have.
Dave, a quick question for you, please.
Yes.
When Lynn Wallington had Ralph Blumenthal on the other day, you got to ask your question. Were you happy with his answer?
Yes. Yes. So the question I wanted to ask is why didn't the New York Times run a follow-up article on the UFO story? And they didn't have enough quoted facts to do so. That was okay. Downshift says it's 36 Fahrenheit in the mountains of Tennessee. Going to be somewhere around 65 tomorrow. In North Carolina, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. In Alabama, where Jules is, it's 61. Akron, Ohio, 55 degrees right now. 4 Fahrenheit in Bemidji, Minnesota right now.
Dang, Jeff.
48 in California, where Oracles and Beyond is. And do we have any other?
I'm at 32 right now.
68 in Bama, where Wayland is. That's all T-shirt weather. That's all T-shirt
so
weather.
it seems like the coldest part of the United States right now is up in the Northwest.
Beautiful.
At least out of the viewers we have in right now.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
I've got 30 degrees or so and a high wind here in the Ozarks.
Very nice.
That's not bad.
You know, Rob, if you go to the Ozark UFO Festival next year, Grant Cameron and Nicole Sackich will be there. Believe it or not, it's the same weekend as we are in Vegas.
Oh, that'd be cool.
52 in Kent, Washington.
We got history, man.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's BBD
like
Warrior
that.
says it's 110 Fahrenheit in Perth, Australia right now. And it's
Really?
3 Ethereal Aura in Newfoundland. It's 3 Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah.
So to give you an idea, Perth, Australia is on the other side of the country. It's just way too far away for me to go and visit.
Lake Arrowhead for Nightmare is 34 Fahrenheit. And there was one more in here. 40 degrees in Kelso, Washington. And 35 degrees wherever Dry Toast is. And 59 wherever Genster is. Oh, hold on. Where is it here? Wherever Dirt Road is, I believe she's in Saskatchewan, it is minus 40 Celsius, which is minus 40 Fahrenheit.
No,
that is cold.
That's unbelievable.
That's
really
cold.
freaking cold.
That is cold.
That's inhumane. That's
Yeah.
inhumane.
I've
cold.
only done that one day in my life, man.
Multiply that by
one day
2
last
minus
year.
30. And that's Fahrenheit.
One day last
On
year,
purpose?
and I will tell you, that hurts. It was minus
Oh,
40
no
here
doubt.
last year. Minus 40 sucks. Oh, she's in Edmonton. And it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit in Louisiana for Sunsaver. And 59 Fahrenheit, southwest corner of Oklahoma for Genster. And, minus 40 Fahrenheit equals minus 40 Celsius.
Celsius, yeah.
It's 1 degree Celsius for Ray in the Netherlands. Merry Christmas, Ray. Spooky Morales has 52 degrees T-shirt weather in San Diego, otherwise known as a whale's vagina. Come on, Anchorman, anybody? Anchorman? Yeah. Minus 40 literally hurts. It hurts. So does minus 30. And I'll go outside here. I'll take my dogs outside here in a few minutes, and that hurts. It's 14 Fahrenheit, where they're ice fishing in northern Minnesota. That's about here.
The pain.
Yes. And it's 3 degrees in Germany with ethereal aura. And, yeah. On that note, I'm going to go wrap some Christmas presents, people. Merry Christmas, Wagon Breadth, 11.3. Actually, I'm going to call you
Merry
November
Christmas,
3rd
Dave.
now. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for joining us.
Much love to you, too.
All right,
Thank
Rob
you so
Heatherly,
much.
one of our favorite veterans. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Ram. Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for joining us. Your nose hair were exquisite tonight, just so you know.
Oh, thank you.
And
yeah.
Steam Train Mark, Merry Christmas to you. And
Merry Christmas to you guys too. Thank you very much. Please, all of you, keep up the great work. Love the shows, and we'll catch you when we can.
Yeah, and Mr. Thomas Fessler, my friend.
Thank you.
We're in cahoots, buddy.
Yeah, and more importantly, I want to wish a Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And not just everybody on the panel, because the people who are all out there in the audience is why we're here. We're not here for ourselves. We're here for everybody. And the interaction, the kind of stuff with the questions we had came on up tonight, it was just freaking killer. It just made this whole thing to come together. And more importantly, I want to thank Dave for having me here and for having all of us together.
This show took a completely different direction from what I planned earlier on today, and I'm proud that it did. Because sometimes when you're unscripted, it goes so much better. Oh, look at that. There's Mr. Bumblefoot. Oh, yeah.
Live long and prosper, everyone.
I'm going to close this out. We got Mr. Ron Bumblefoot Thal rocking in the background with Little Brother is Watching. Bumblefoot is the official music of Spaced Out Radio, rocking us in and out of every single show. Get your horns up for the guitar god himself. Special thanks to everybody listening in at home, at work, in your cars, wherever you may be. Thank you to everyone tuning us in on our YouTube channel, our Spreaker channel, KPNL, all of our digital broadcasting. We love you. Revolution Radio. Remember, this show is copyright by Spaced Out Radio and SOR Media Ventures Limited. Thank you so much for choosing to share your Christmas Eve with us. Because together, my friends, we're watching. We own the night. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. We need you to take us home. Yes, the Woo Train is flying with Santa Claus tonight. But soon, my friends, we shall ride again. Your seats are always available. Your tickets never expire. And if you want to bring a friend, fuck them. We got room for them, too.
Awesome.
Good night. Now, Mr. Spooky Morales, before we bring you in, hold on, let me stop this part.
At Jewelers Mutual, we're a little obsessed with jewelry. Obsessed like auctioneers with talking fast.
50, we're going to fit
Pop stars with auto-tune. And dentists with asking questions.
So, how did he propose?
After they've put their hands in your mouth.
Great.
Yes, we've made jewelry our obsession for over 100 years. We love it so much we named our kids Ruby, Amber, and Opal.
Venti soy latte for Opal?
At Jewelers Mutual, we insure jewelry and only jewelry, which is why people who are also obsessed with jewelry trust us with theirs.
At ADP, we work with more than 860,000 companies worldwide. That gives us a pretty good idea of how to help businesses grow stronger, whether it's through data insights that help you make informed decisions about building a team that works better as a team, or by keeping you ahead of thousands of changing regulations so you can keep ahead of everything else, like building that better team. Grow stronger with ADP. HR, talent, time, and payroll.